group face to face with this thing, getting nommed up while the other pair are still up on the ladder. They can't do anything, can either jump down into the jelly or climb back up into, and then try to do the same thing from afar. And those all sound like terrible solutions. Let's not do those.
That they do, my friend.
Let's just drop bombs on it, like the terrorist cops we are.
Oh my god! Please don't make jokes like that. The stream on.
It didn't even do the.
It is? Oh shit!
It didn't even do the intro.
I figured I'd just throw you guys into it live and just see like what
Oh well.
What's next to the wall?
Here we go.
Here we are.
Who's doing the recap? Remember, you get a delicious treat of a hero point.
So last time...
It's funny how groups always become so really keen to do one.
So I believe we'd finished up the session before last. We had gone and... so 2 sessions ago, we had entered the place, found the front door open and no one in, and we went up to Ralso's room. On the way there, we fought a redcap. In Ralso's room, we fought a pair of weird undead doll thingies. And then in the roof, we found a attic whisperer, which was even more fun. And I believe that's where we ended that session. So last session, we came back down from the rooftop, heard Ralso approaching her room and stop right outside of it. So instead of waiting for her to do anything or set up an ambush, we just charged out and bullied her basically into submission.
Stripped her naked, took her back to
her, tied her up, all the fun sort of things.
Okay, questionable, but accurate.
We are people of the law.
Happened.
Everything we do is lawful.
We are the law.
Clearly.
I would agree with you guys if 4 out of 5 members of the group didn't have chaotic alignment.
It's very true.
Am I the only lawful one here?
I think so. The first page of the player's guide specifically goes, so this is designed for a full lawful group, and you're all like, I see that, but I will be the exception to the rule.
Our group is particularly
the most chaotic group of law keepers that have ever been
Meanwhile, the lawful one is the one that keeps almost dying every time, so just throwing that out there.
do continue our recap.
Right, yeah. So we dragged her back to the station along with her diary, which was eye-raising, or eyebrow-raising at the very least. Then we returned here / waited here until the others returned. We cleared out or rather we decided at this point it's time to evacuate the whole place. We got out everyone from the ground floor, the old lady, the couple who were on their honeymoon, and a family as well. We stuck around, I think, for the dwarves, but I'm not sure if they ever returned. I don't think they have. I think they're still out. Yeah.
As best to your knowledge, at a
Yeah. So I believe we had explored and fully dealt with everything on the ground floor. We found a trapped chute that would push us down into an ochre jelly that thankfully none of us entered. There was a room that most of us did enter that had a flying guillotine that tried to behead us and quite nearly succeeded. That was an interesting and unfortunate moment, and that thing did way more damage than it had any right to do, but that's traps, I suppose. There was did we enter the Chilaxian room? I think we did.
I believe from that point onwards, you would look into a room and then run away from empty rooms in sheer terror of the fact there had The moment you witness nothing scary in a room is when you become really scared from it.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, that's what we did. As we were concentrating on evacuating people, and if there's no one in there to evacuate, then what point is there in going in and getting ourselves killed again? After, I believe, Rivalor entered 3 rooms in a row and got downed in all 3 rooms. Or at least 2 of them.
2 of them, I think, yeah.
2 of them, yeah. There was the one where on this then we did much the same for the 2nd floor, where we looked into a good couple of rooms, but did not enter all of them. We did enter a few of them, though. And there was one door at the very west that was locked and that we utterly failed to break into with a crowbar. So that might lead somewhere. There is also on the ground floor a door to a probably 5-foot wide corridor sort of affair that may be a bathroom or may be a way down into the cellar. Perhaps we shall see. And there, on the upper floor, I believe there was one space or one room that one other room that we might not have opened yet, or at least one space that seemed as if there should something be there, as if something should be there, but we didn't find or enter anything. So a couple places still to explore and probably a key to find somewhere.
Yes, and I believe that was pretty much everything. Although you did find a Kemenalis, lovely little gnomish gal.
Oh, right. How could I forget them?
I think with a fantastic recap, you've earned yourself a hero point, and we will yeet ourselves into that full pre-sequence thing.
Absalom is the city at the center of the world, a metropolis that is the crown jewel of the Inner Sea. It is the year of the Radiant Festival, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Plenty of ne'er-do-wells find themselves using the chaos of the festival for their own gain. To guard Absalom from danger, 5 stand forward to protect the innocent. Asbet Lindelin, an oracle with the smell of battle following her, ever ready to battle the forces that upset the city. Lyra Taldeth, an Ethesian half-elf, whose staunch skills with a blade are matched only by her sonorous arcane invocations. Rivalor Silvereye, ex-Greycloak detective with an eye for both the details and a pretty face. Xalix Willowheart, a militant ranger whose origin is even more dark and mysterious than her past. And last, but not least, the newbie to the team, Arena Mistwalker. They are the few who will give everything for everyone. They are the agents of Edgewatch.
Alright then, my fine fellows, I've unpaused the game. We're all here apart from Ash, who has not responded. Hopefully nothing's gone too wrong, but her sleep schedule has been a little bit off. So we will... Lyra will act accordingly to what I would expect Lyra to be getting up to. Otherwise, you have a locked door in front of you. You attempted a key. That did not work. Did you attempt to crack it open? I think you did, because the lovely Xalix gave us an athletics roll. And you were unfortunately unsuccessful in your attempt to actually crack the door. So...
Do we have...
At an 18, what the heck kind of door is it?
It's a door. Doors are sturdy. Not everyone can
Is it a metal door?
It is a regular, run-of-the-mill door. Made of wood.
Do we have any blunt, heavy objects?
I have a
You
mace.
could use my head. We'll just...
just use Xalix as a battering
all of y'all
ram.
pick me up
Or-
and just...
Or we could just make more athletics rolls. I don't think there's a penalty for failure.
Can we do that?
Yeah. I mean, if The only stipulation is for it fail, you'd likely die tools, but have a reasonable quantity of attempts to actually, crack the door open. Unless you have any more methods related to subterfuge you'd prefer to use to get inside.
I broke my tools on the snack door, so.
Ah, yes, I
Do
recall.
I have
now.
tools?
I think you guys found a better
We
medkit.
found-
but you
I
didn't
don't.
Yeah, a +1 medkit for Rivalor, which he
Yeah.
received. So you have that, whatever the
I
case
do.
may be.
Yeah, I don't have any.
There was also 2 short swords on what's her face, a ring, keys, and a healing potion, which I have custody of.
Right, sorry, Ash just messaged me. She should be here soon. I think my phone call woke her up.
She okay?
Oh dear.
She's just, how, coronavirus has been, just knocked everyone off their sleep schedule, hasn't it? And it's hard to keep one.
I find, if anything, I'm sleeping a lot better than I used to. Like, I go to bed at like 11 o'clock at the latest. I wake up at like 9 o'clock at the latest.
I feel like I'm getting flexed on right now. I'm like, I go to bed no later than 3, and I wake up no earlier than 3 minutes before my shift starts. Like, I will climb out of bed
and then go back
and I
to
will
bed.
walk to my desk. I will turn it on. I'll just sit there for the opening call at work in my pajamas, just like, what of it? Right, so you're
After that weird flex.
yeah, Captain gets a normal night. God, Jesus Christ! Imagine sleeping more than 3 hours a night. So what's the current plan for you, fine fellows?
Can I just kick the door? Since it's wood.
Yeah, you can kick the door.
Breach and
I'll
clear.
do this.
How are you intending to
Oh,
kick
hell
the
yeah.
door? Is it? Oh my God, Asbet rolled for you when you asked, Alex. That's really good.
No, I'm just aiding.
Oh, you're aiding. So the pair of you are standing side by side, and you're both booting the door at the exact same moment. Is this
Sounds about like.
sounds like a really good buddy cop moment? I love it. Excellent. Asbet, you
Hell yeah.
Asbet, you have succeeded in your aid action.
No.
It's always tragic when
No.
the aid would have succeeded on its own. I will say that you guys can plant your boots firmly into the door, and there's a shudder and a cracking sound, and it takes a few more kicks, and you lose any element of surprise you would have had, but you will be able to get through the door.
That's fine. You want us to roll for kicking through the door?
No. I'm not going to make you just keep making the same rolls over and over again. You failed, but you've still essentially achieved the task you wanted to do, just with the slight negative of anyone that's on the other side of that door is not going to be surprised that you're coming, right?
No. So Zalex is standing there just Spartan kicking this door until it breaks.
With Asbet helping.
With Asbit at her side doing the same. They're pretty upset. They're just kicking this door in.
Edgewatch.
We're trying to synchronize it, since both of us kick at the same time to get the full
Right.
force, but we're out of sync, and we keep on getting one after the other, just a little bit. Right, first one bit before, then the other, and it just doesn't work right.
Sounds about right. A modern tragedy, to be sure.
Meanwhile, we break down the door.
Yes, you crack the door open. You can feel free to open it at your leisure. I just glanced back over and it says when the group picklock the door. Right.
So much faith in him.
I love you guys, I swear to God. A large window in the western wall of this office reveals pitched roofs sloping down the hill and glimpses of the sea beyond. Across from the window is a large wooden desk with a leather top. The closet door juts into the room from the northwest, creating a smaller sleeping alcove to the northeast, filled almost entirely by an oversized bed. Paintings of picturesque sylvan villages dock. Right, can I start that?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
We love you. This is a safe space.
Don't worry, it's all recorded for the rest of the world to see that I can't read now. Paintings of picturesque sylvan
Fairy stuff.
Paintings of picturesque sylvan villages decorate the eastern walls. Woo! Got 'em!
There you go.
Winner. So
Reminds me of home.
I'd like to look for like a pressure plate on the very first square, like,
Alright.
or a tripwire or something as I look into the room.
Alright, would you like to make me a
Blind
roll,
perception?
please? Blind, yes. To search for traps. You don't need to be super specific that you're searching for pressure plates and things like that, just traps and... Ah. A good roll there, Alex. I would just like to update you that you, don't detect any traps.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna step in. And die immediately.
You step into the room.
The guillotine returns.
The
Jesus
guillotine
Christ.
bursts through the floor from the room below.
The door is slammed shut.
Remember me. The guillotine speaks.
The broken door locks itself.
Oh, gee.
That'll be awkward.
Alright, no, there's no guillotine bursting through the floor. The room is... Be quiet, there's not really to it.
Okay. I'd like to check the desk.
Yeah, sure, so... How are you checking?
So I'm like opening drawers.
Okay.
If there's one that's locked, I'm gonna pry it open. If
Yeah.
you need me to make a roll for that, just let me know.
Yeah, the desk is actually...
Can I try with the keys from the hotel? Will any of those unlock it?
None of those unlock Pratchett's desk, unfortunately.
Okay. Can I pry it open with a crowbar?
You may
Smash the
attempt
desk.
to... It's a very nice desk, and you can
Cellar
still...
smash!
Smash.
Okay, yes. Feel free to roll me an athletics check.
Do you want a blind one, or should I just roll?
Yeah, just roll. Alright, you guys have given me a fit of the gig. Alex, smash!
Good crunch.
Hell yeah.
You, in the process of ripping this drawer out of the containment of lovely desk, you knock something loose, and a back panel of the drawer is slightly loose once you open it up, making it very easy for you to immediately notice it. Having a look through the actual information you have found, there's a few documents such as logbooks, things like that with regard to gas. It looks very similar to the same book he'd shown you guys earlier whilst at the Tipsy Tengu. Forgot the name of the
There you
bar. Other than that, whilst you're having a look through the extra hidden bit that you could find at the back, there is... Where is it? A pendant. And 10 gold of loose ch-
So I take
Wow.
that and the pendant, I just slip it on. And then I
Wait.
look.
You
Books.
What if it's cursed? No,
you
don't do that.
put
I
the
don't even care.
you put the pendant on. You just put it on.
Yeah, I just put it on.
You fucking
Just to-
mad lad.
Just to hold it somewhere.
He's insane.
I'm rifling through the door, the drawers. What else is in there? Anything?
I've got to work out how dead you are. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
A new neck bears the.
I was
Oh
just
well, this was the trap all along, guys. We had to unlock the drawer to get it, but
You may call me Decapitron.
it immediately
Oh, shit.
starts to tighten around your neck.
Oh my god.
Right. How is it
Oh,
I
well.
make sure this item's unidentified when I add it?
If the
you
if
could just
click
add
the
an item that says
circle with the question mark.
Circle with a question.
To the right, where the square with the pencil is for edit and the trash can, there should be a circle with the question mark. If you click that,
Aha!
it'll.
There you go. Yes.
Yep.
It is now in the party loot if you feel like putting it onto your neck.
Okay. Let's see.
What was your next question anyway, you psychopath?
She's looking at the logbooks to see if there's any of the guests who we are looking for, any missing persons, any people she would recognize who have stayed.
Looking through the logs, it is essentially the exact same as you were presented earlier by Pratchett, so nothing stands out of the ordinary compared to what you saw at that time.
Okay, so it's all the same. What about the erasures? Are they the same?
Yeah, they all look the same, sort of slightly smudged and stuff. You'd suspect you could maybe work it out given some time and the capacity to investigate the book thoroughly, but by this
Yeah, I'd say we do.
I just believe in being thorough.
Alright, yes, and do you want me to add the 10 gold to your party loot? Or are you going to leave the money there?
No, we're taking the 10 golds.
Oh, that does sound like you guys.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
taking it.
We're confident. We're confident.
I've got tools to replace, so we're taking the 10 gold.
Confiscate.
Confiscate, quote unquote.
Do I notice anything in the room with that's odd?
Give me a quick blind perception roll just to see if you do notice it, just because it's a bit of a lesser spotted one. But I'll see if it pops up on your radar.
So, to the rest of you, do we have anyone who can identify objects? Because we have Ralso's ring, we've got this neck, whatever it's going to do, kill me. Can anybody identify them?
Lyra would be probably your best bet.
The
Is
Lyra
Lyra
and
here?
Arena, Rivellor and Arena are also
She's not here. Cool.
quite capable.
Well, if it's magical, I might not be the best at that.
Arena, can you?
Unless it's a religion check.
Or Arcana.
Arcana. Well, actually, yes, I am trained in Arcana.
I'm trained in
Okay.
Arcana.
Me?
I've got +9 in Arcana. What do you got?
+7.
+7. Want me to try?
Rivalor, will you take a look at these?
Sure. Another blind GM.
No, you can make this as an open roll, but identifying an item does take 10 minutes. So it would be 10 minutes per item. And if you're unsuccessful, you wouldn't be able to give an attempt
To do
for
it
another,
again.
Yeah, for I think 24 hours.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a shot then. God damn.
Would not be sufficient, though, unfortunately. I could give it a quick roll on Lyra and see if she's successful. And I assume someone will be doing medicine during the time that it would be taking for this.
I think
Give her-
everybody is healed except me and
Except you.
Aspet.
Aspet's uninjured.
I'm healed. I'm just exhausted and drained, or rather, exhausted and enfeebled.
There's no way to heal that enfeeblement, or
Not without a rest.
oh,
Nope.
okay.
Or rather, the enfeebled is for the next 24 hours. That's not going away one way or the other.
How did
Sorry. Go ahead.
Looking over the pendant, Lyra would be reasonably interested in it. While before describing its effect is that it makes you undetectable to undead creatures. They wouldn't be able to sense you in any fashion for 10 minutes once you activate it. Although you would need to be invested in the item, a corpsewood pendant. Have to find it in Zalex's inventory to identify it for her now. This. Identify item. There you go. Unfortunately, you can't use any of its effects until you invest in it, which does take a part of your
Rest.
morning routine. Yeah, it would take a long rest before you could.
about the ring that Rauso had?
The ring that
It-
Ralso had. Roll back. Which. I'm on page 90. Sorry, there's like. Her character sheet is in a different spot.
Sorry.
But I made a note of
no.
it, but I've forgotten. Okay. Rivalo, would you like to give me a roll for that one?
For
The ring.
an Arcana.
Yes, it would be an arcana.
Okay. If you want. Not too.
That's pretty good.
That's much better.
Yeah, you did well. So, you've seen one of these before, actually. It came in rather handy in one of your previous roles in another district. It is a ring that will magically conceal any armor or sheath weapons you're wearing by either turning them invisible or creating the illusion of ordinary clothes. Some guard have used it in other districts to avoid being sussed as guards whilst they're undercover. You've also been aware that some criminals as soon as you wield a weapon, the weapon becomes obvious to onlookers and is no longer affected by the ring. Sheath the weapon for at least 1 minute. The creature can disbelieve this illusion by seeking or at any time it hits you. Essentially, it's a nice piece of cover. I can add that into the party loot for you as well.
Sounds good. I communicate this to the rest of the group and I say, "Wow, this probably could have come in handy when we were at the party." wouldn't it?
Yeah, if only we had thought to come here first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a killer, isn't it?
Lads. Real quick, did my perception check actually do anything, Kiki?
Yes,
From
sorry.
before.
We ended up getting distracted with magical
Yeah.
items and such. Yes, you actually find something a bit peculiar about the room, and as you get closer, it's something that you've started to notice as being a bit of a recurring theme around the estate, which is that there are 2 peepholes just here, which give you a lovely view into the room opposite. You know, in case you wanted to watch people fall to their deaths. Have a good little chortle about the whole affair at the same time. You know,
Wow.
psychopath stuff.
Yeah, I'd say we have. If anything, this is evidence that Link's. If this is Pratchett's office, then he can look. He is clearly aware and interested in how the how his victims are disposed of.
You'd suspect he's reasonably aware of what's happening in his hotel.
I mean, if he's got peepholes to watch it happening, then yeah, I'd say he's pretty much like this is a direct implication, or what's the word?
Yeah, from his office.
I think it's
specifically.
implication. Yeah.
So that's a. Did you tell everybody else that there's a people?
Yes. I point this out and say like this is. As soon as we put him in shackles, he's a goner.
Can you please take a whack at healing me?
Yes, I can. Skill.
No whammies.
Oh, please. No hero points this
We have
early,
some
please.
Well
Okay.
done. Also, hello, Arpuku.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry for being late.
Hello.
Hello, sleepyhead.
How are I played your lovely Magus briefly. It's she's lovely. She just managed to identify some stuff for the rest of the group.
So I may or may not.
Yes,
sleeping.
right. Thank you.
Unless you take some action.
8.
I can link you via the specific rule if you want.
You get
Ooh.
8 hit points
Can't
back.
hear you
Here's
very
Alex.
well at the moment.
Oh, give me 1 minute.
Yeah, you're very quiet. Go
Gunga
get in.
din. Damn it. If it said Gunga didn't
Oh,
feel
you can invest in an item as one or more
There you
interaction
go.
action. You could stick your lovely little new pendant on and have it work for you if you want. You just need to invest in Shadow.
Oh.
How do I do that?
Just put it on.
So
Okay.
on your character sheet, you will have. Let me pull this up. All your items have a shirt where you can
Oh, okay, so
basically
just equip
say
it.
they're equipped, and next to it there is what looks to be a little staff for items that you can invest in. You have a limit on how many items you can be invested in. At the start of each day, it fully resets back to 0, and you have to reinvest in everything. But you can't be invested in more items per day than is your limit.
What do you know what my limit is, or how I find that out?
It's 10.
10.
It's a way away for you. No need for you to worry about it for now.
Alright then.
It's more the concern of characters who've hit like level 12 or so.
Is my audio fixed now, by the way?
Yes, we can hear you
Yeah, cool.
perfectly.
Headset's getting old, just need to turn it off and on again a few times.
That's all good, friend. So,
Okay.
Arena.
Heal myself.
What are you up to whilst the rest of the group are identifying magic items, snooping the room, and all of that good stuff?
Kind of peeked into the bathroom. Actually, it's not a bathroom; it's a bedroom.
Yes,
But I
having
didn't
a
step
look.
in.
Having a look back there, you will identify there is a rather weirdly placed set of stairs. Bizarre and wondrous reason. I don't understand the architecture of it exactly, but there are stairs immediately past the door. And then made for 2. Doesn't slept in recently.
I'm not stepping in there yet. Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Positive.
They have some fantastic loot in
Do
there.
we want to go bomb the
I
ochre
could
jelly
die
first?
in there.
I'm a step
Oh,
in.
Alex is going in.
Oops, Alex. Okay, could you make me a saving throw versus death?
Gotcha.
I didn't step in.
What am I rolling exactly?
Don't worry. I was just grabbing a hold of your chain and yonking it.
It's a DC-21 flat check.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Against
jeez.
athletics, or is it acrobatics at this point?
Just a flat
Worse.
check.
It's
so-
against your charisma.
Oh no. Right. So-
You are immediately hailed with insults.
What's your worst stat? Just out of curiosity.
I think wisdom. So I'm gonna
You are
check the room for things. I'm gonna look under the bed.
Yeah, there's a pair of slippers under the bed. The room seems relatively standard for the most part. It's a normal
Is there
bed.
like a armoire or drawers or?
Oddly enough, nothing in there. Aspet, you detect the windows are magical.
I know,
There is
yes.
necromantic energy around.
I was joking.
Obvious. Potentially transmutation, enchantment magic, illusion magic. The place is awash with magic.
Just magic everywhere.
I will be right back.
Oh, God.
That's okay. So I believe you guys were discussing the sinister machinations of dealing with the ochre jelly without having to actually fight it. And if you do want to go down the stairs, just let me know, because then I have to pull you.
We
go to
will
floor
wait
1.
for Rivalor to come back, and then I would like to go down the stairs.
X. And yeah, you can change yourself to floor 1 map, but you cannot.
Is it floor 1?
It
We have
would be.
tokens here too.
You can, but the token is technically up here, and I don't quite understand the layout of this part of the dungeon, because it is hotel. It is very strange.
Oh, the stairs right in front of the door lead down?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Oh, okay.
And then
I thought they were just like small stairs leading from the door to the bed.
and
Not
then where it has this
like a
wall
spiral
above
stair.
you, it says there's the second flight of stairs that goes further down. It's very oddly
I
arranged
see now.
and very badly
Okay.
But suffice to say, you would be able to go down the stairs if you so desired to.
Yeah, I just wanna wait for Rivalor to get back.
Roger.
Yeah.
So,
I wanna
what
be.
are your plans with regards to the ochre jelly? Because I know you've mentioned a few times that you plan on giving it a
Oh, let's-
hug, or...
If this leads
our
down
plan-
to the,
Poke with
then
a
we
stick.
don't really.
Our plan was actually, I think, to go, or the plan that I was considering was to go to the hole where Rivalor almost fell down, and just pepper the ochre jelly with arrows and light spells and etc. Whatever cantrips we might be able to throw down there until it dies or moves away. At least do some harm to it.
I'll allow it.
So instead of going down these stairs yet, let's go back up and go around the full way to that room.
I believe it was this room? No, it wasn't. This was the one that kind of curved down,
Yes, this one had
Yeah,
a bit of a
that's-
slope to it before going down. Where
so
you
we don't know what
suspect
actually.
an ochre jelly may or may not be.
And wasn't
Whilst
it the
the,
second
saw it.
floor one that curved?
Yes,
This-
No,
this
that's the
this
curved
one that you're
one.
stood next to curves, and the one on the ground floor does not curve.
Yeah, I was pointing at the one on the ground floor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
We were on the wrong map, like a bunch of weird ones.
Ooh. Okay, Dreaming Palace, floor 1.
Wasn't down the stairs yet.
Yeah.
You return down the stairs. The trapdoor has closed.
Shit, how did we open it before? Just stepping on it?
Yeah.
Try
Um,
stepping on it again. We'll see what happens.
Poke the
So
bear.
God.
I tie myself up with my ropes
Mhm.
again.
Try one of the. Try one of the chairs. I'll just cast a light spell upon it when you just put it on there. The weight of that might be sufficient.
Okay. So
Alternatively, if someone has thieves' tools or thievery as a skill, we could maybe just straight up disable the trap, so then we can just have it open.
Pretty sure we
you stop
broke
being
those.
logical. Okay.
I'm confused by this
Do we
level
need
of making
these
sense.
tools to
You-
do a thievery check?
You would need them. Something like this to actually like, mess up some hidden shoot trap.
Okay. I would take the chair and then. Did you want to put a light on it, Asbet?
Yes, I shall. I'll transfer the light spell onto it instead.
You cast
Was that
light
the only
at-
light source here?
Are you all blind now?
Oh my god, I can't
Are we?
see!
Well, the chair has light.
Drop it!
so-
Drop it!
So I
I
put the chair
will. I don't have a chair token to add light to it. Oh no. Let me. There we go. Someone create light. It's all we need. Right. So you put the chair on the trapdoor, and it opens the trapdoor as it is wont to do. It falls 30 feet with a cracking sound as the chair breaks into 3 pieces upon the floor.
Oh.
And then starts to be
Shit, so
Okay.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Wait,
So can
wait,
I
so-
shoot it?
Sure, you can if you want to.
I am gonna drop my alchemist fire onto it.
I'm gonna shoot a bolt of lightning down.
Okay, I'm going to need you guys to be a bit more specific as to the spells and give me some damage roll.
Should we just go into turn order and do 3 actions each?
Yeah, I think that sounds fair.
That might.
Give me some initiative rolls each, and we'll see what you guys can spray out in quick succession.
You need to make a combat encounter first. There's.
There we go. I was just setting up the tracker in a neat position for the stream, for the viewers at home. You guys want to roll more 14s and 11s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good amount.
That's good. It's good.
Alright, good. Okay,
Um,
Asbet, you're up first. So, the
Just
Okra
to
Jelly is
see,
30 feet below you.
just to see if it works, I'm going to try and divine lance this thing.
Okay, what does our Divine Lance do? Are you doing good, awful, or...
I am aiming for good damage on the first one.
Okay. And I believe if it's not an evil creature, it does not take any damage. So, your spell hits, it impacts into the creature. Could you make me a damage roll, please?
Certainly, yes.
Okay, your spell hits into it, and the creature seems largely
Yeah, okay, unsurprising. And I'll get out and ready a javelin, but that would be all 3.
Yep. Lyra, it is your move.
Alright. I'm going to use Electric Arc. Requires it to make a reflex save.
Look, I'm going to have to grab a quick token so I can make these nice and easily. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Spoilers.
Whoa!
Exactly where we want it.
Did it have hands?
No
I
comment.
don't think so.
That, I believe, is a failure. You can make me a damage roll if you like. I didn't know I could pick the dice up.
It doesn't change the result.
Oh, cool. Alright, yeah, your spell impacts into it, and it continues on.
I think slimes have resistance to lightning damage, but I can't do any other type at range.
You could try recall knowledge with occultism.
I guess I could, seeing as I have a third action. Do I have occultism? Can I use Arcana instead of occultism, or would I have to use occultism?
Yep. unless you guys have any skills related to understanding these types of creatures.
I have sailing and elven.
No, unfortunately, it is only occultism.
Did you
Okay.
change your monster hunter status, or was that never a thing? I'm confused.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Oh boy.
Ow.
17 plus 3, 20.
That is dead on the money shot, though. That is a quality roll, right where it needs to be.
Much
What
more than the first one.
What would you really like to know more than anything?
Weaknesses and resistances.
It doesn't have any weakness. It is immune to acid, critical hits, electricity, mental, piercing, slashing, precision, unconscious, visual.
Okay, so I can't damage it.
So it's bludgeoning damage and fire, and that's basically it.
I don't think... I think it said precision, not piercing.
Both.
Oh, both. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can damage it if we were in melee, because I punch things, but that's a little dangerous.
Imagine.
Bit dangerous to punch an ogre jelly.
Well, they are magic
It's,
punches, so...
What was it? Simply immune to the lightning of that attack, or
Oh yeah, no, it's
did it
just
Yeah, it's
immune.
immune.
interact with it in
lightning.
any way?
It is
It's not
immune.
resistant, it's immune. In fact, let me open up a notepad and I will list down the specifics.
Can we drop things on it?
You
I
can
guess
drop,
it was a
you
different
dropped a
type of
chair
jelly
on
then
it,
that
but
splits.
it ate or it's eating the chair currently.
List those off again. It's immune to crit,
Acid, crits,
acid,
electricity, mental, piercing, precision, flashing, unconscious, and visual.
Okay. If I was
Okay.
to take out a
that alchemist's fire is gonna work.
no. If I was to take out a torch,
Mm-hmm.
could I set it on fire and damage it that way, throwing it down?
It would take what you would consider
Hundreds of those to do it.
yes. It is a viscous gun that is non-flammable. So whilst a fire would hurt it, it would mostly just roll off of it.
So I'm gonna look around the room for any lamps.
Oh right, yes, I did forget to let you guys know as well. Silly me. Now that you've got a chair down there that's glowing with light, you can see the dozens of bodies surrounding this ochre jelly. Ochre jellies don't consume bone, just flesh. And there are dozens of pristine white bones down there that have been picked dry by this.
Wait. It takes bludgeoning damage. Arena, don't you have telekinetic projectile? You can just bludgeon it with rocks. We can go outside, just grab
Or the chair.
a handful of rocks and chair pieces, and you just chuck them one after the other until it dies.
I do have it, but I also have Ray of Frost. It didn't say it was immune to cold, right?
Or Ray of
It did
Frost.
not.
Yeah, okay.
That
No
is
need
true.
for projectiles.
That is true. Is this your guys' plan then?
I think so.
I don't think that my bow's gonna work on it.
Your bow
Yeah,
would be ineffective. Now, I don't want to exactly sit here and go through turn order for the next 2 to 3 hours as you guys whittle down its HP with, what is it, 2d6 plus 4 hits of Ray of Frost. So give me a damage roll, Arena, and from that we'll calculate how long it would take for you to Ray of Frost this thing to death. 7. It take you 22 turns. Ray of Frost it to death, which
Oh dear.
I'm gonna say And that was a reasonably poor roll. But it's fine. What is 22 turns like?
I mean, it's only 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes
Yeah.
of you sitting up there, spraying it with ice until finally it's completely frozen over, cracks, and as you achieve a very slow victory over the poor thing.
You're sitting here
I'm
staring
so
down this
flexing
hole.
over here.
2 minutes and 12 seconds to be specific.
Oh my gosh.
On the flip side, that's 2 minutes and 12 seconds that we did not spend fighting for our lives while this ship
True.
was
It's
down.
very true.
True.
It's very true. You did not die doing this.
Oh right,
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot it was an elite ochre jelly, so it'd have took an
Oh
extra
my
3
God.
turns to kill it.
Okay, so it's about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That also saves us our spell slots and stuff.
Well done, Arena.
Who
Good
needed that
job,
pro-
team. You
Arena,
I'm
you are the
flexing for you all.
champion.
play of the game.
We simp for
Poggers.
Arena.
So hard, I simp for Arena.
Poggers in the chat.
Oh, for God's sake.
Let's.
Let's.
This gets worse every week. I always thought this was a good idea, Kiki.
Next up, you open the door to the guillotine,
And we all die.
spray a spell in, close the door.
The guillotine has a mouth and is just grinning at us for
Right.
extra eldritch horror.
Okay.
I'm genuinely tickled by this, because the moment you guys went down there, I was like, alright, this is just going to be dumb, none of them can hurt it, and then, oh yeah, wait, we have a really competent sorcerer. So, what's
you
the
all.
plan
It's
at
the best.
current?
I say we go back and try and go down through
The stairs.
Cratchit's room.
Yeah.
While we're at it, we may as well go and check out the one small corridor. As if we found stairs downstairs, there's a fair chance that that may not be it. We may as well check the one last door we haven't checked yet.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Why is
Let
this
me
locked? Oh
Yeah.
no.
I think we both. Oh, for
Wait, oh yeah, you guys locked the door one moment. Let me unlock that for you.
The door slams shut.
thanks, Kiki.
Oh, you know what we can check now that we have significantly higher health? The wall at the back of the bathroom.
How about not? Let's not waste our lives on the hole in the wall.
Come on, who doesn't want to... You'll die in a shitter just like the king himself.
The mimic
Also-
toilet eats us all, I know.
It is
Fine.
kind of our job.
I do like
Wait, this
the
one?
idea of a mimic toilet, though. Like
I'm
one
telling
day,
you, I'm waiting.
one day, a ne'er-do-well plumber drops by the precinct, and you're all awoken by the screams of a man getting his ass ate out. And then once you all move on from Rivalor causing problems, you go and deal with the guy being killed.
As long as it's not Sergeant Olo, I don't think I mind. Well, and Sergeant Major Mary.
Do you not like
Yes.
Corporal Batista?
I like
It's
Corporal
fine.
She can
Batista.
handle herself.
It's fine.
I think she'll be fine.
What about the chef?
Oh no, save
Oh
the chef.
yes,
enough
The
to
chef is
know.
precious.
save the chef. Always save the food.
You guys are jerks.
I mean, if it was the lieutenant, I would not cry, not even a little bit.
All right, you lads.
What?
That's
Are you? What's your plan for the hidden door?
I'm uninjured and I have the shield and stuff, so I'll take point on this one and hope that no red caps come up and shank me from behind.
get eaten by the mimic toilet.
So with the shield ready, I'll try and inspect things from the other side of the shield and maybe ask if one of the more perceptive members can maybe like look over my shoulder just in case.
I believe it was discerned by Riverlaw that one of
Tiles is out of
tiles
place.
was out of place.
It's a lot more obvious now because there's a blackened mark where I struck it with lightning.
Yes.
Oh, right.
You guys
right,
did
that was it.
blast lightning at this poor wall.
Carefully then, with shield up, so mostly hunkering down it, I'll go out with a gauntleted arm and like try and interact with this tile, see if I like lift it up, push it down, shift it around, whatever might do anything to it.
Yeah. Okay, so upon pressing it in and giving it a faint wiggle, a click, and then the wall opens up behind the bath, revealing a small chamber within which not much that can be seen immediately. There is a short ladder here, and there are a set of peepholes into the room to the west of.
Fuck's sake, we're dealing
Which
with
is
a
one
bunch
of the
of
rooms we
voyeurs.
don't go in.
Hmm.
Which suggests with the peephole that there is absolutely a trap.
Possibly. Well, the other peepholes led to a room that didn't have a trap, probably.
Yeah, but that one was the
Peepholes
honeymoon
seem-
suite, which was the one where, you know,
True.
people get it on.
Sexy times.
Yeah. What's the room in here like, looking through the peepholes?
Oh yes, so having a look in, that is the room that is themed around pirates and oceanic adventures, with the large chest and the general themery of
Ah, yes, the chest that
piratry.
I'm fairly certain is a mimic.
You guys think everything's a mimic. You're like,
Yes,
the
we
toilet's
do.
a mimic, the bath's a mimic, the
Assume
chair's
mimic,
a mimic.
unless proven otherwise.
Well, it doesn't
Turns
need
out This
us.
whole house is a mimic.
Oh no.
I'm surprised you guys didn't go, the guillotine is a mimic.
mean,
Wait, it isn't?
would we have been wrong?
The guillotine is just.
I thought that was obvious.
The ladder, does it
The
go up
ladder
or
is a
down?
mimic,
I'm
yeah.
assuming down.
The ladder goes up.
The ladder goes up.
Yes, it's a short ladder, and as you sort of get an idea of assessing it, you realise it goes over the halfling.
Crawl space.
Yes,
That-
Uh,
there is crawl space above the half.
well, there's only one small-sized creature here among us.
Alex?
Fine. So I climb up the ladder and into the crawl space.
Heavy armor and crawl spaces don't work well together.
Yeah, so crawling up into the crawl space and getting into the area just above the room, you start to have a look around and you find there is actually a peephole up there that allows you to see down into the halfling's room from above, just above the bed. And you have dark vision, don't you, as you are a
Yes, I do.
flagmate? Yeah, you find dozens of skeletons in this, just piles of halfling or children or gnomish. You're not sure which way, but you would assume, given the shortness of the room below, that this was possibly where bodies were brought and stashed after they were slaughtered in the room below.
Oh my god.
What slaughters them?
There's just bones all around me at this point?
Bones, clothes, random bits of items that people had. There's patches of skin here and there, viscera, blood stains all over the place.
Oh god.
Rot.
So I climb back down.
Yep.
There are at least 15 bodies in that crawl space. In various
Perfect timing.
Yes,
Excellent
that's my
timing, Eric.
totally on it.
Oh, I love your son. What a lad.
What a lad.
I mean, with a mother like me, do you really, you know?
We expect nothing less.
It's nothing less than pure laddery.
He has lad-sended.
So yeah, at least 15 bodies up there, and a peephole down onto the bed in that room.
Right. Even
I
spying.
sigh. Children, men, women, there was none spared.
We're all wearing faceless masks, holding knives. Another body for the collection.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Pushes Alex straight back up.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I have athletics above you all.
True.
That
Do
little
you
gnome
really
will
think
beat you all up.
You would be sorry.
I'm
That would
almost
be
there
the
with
biggest
athletics.
mistake.
We would lose that fight. Right, so back to Pratchett's room then.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, so are you guys heading back to Pratchett's room to then go down the stairs to
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
See, senorita.
I have activated. Oh, one moment. Let me just mark this.
Activated
as
my trap
deceased.
card.
I can't see. And then we all die in the dark. I'm the only one who can see it because I have dark vision.
I can never remember how to mark dead in
What
this game.
What do your gnome eyes see?
Right.
Dead
to mark it as dead,
everywhere.
add it to the common encounter, mark it dead, then remove it again.
Ah, them some big brain champs, right? Right then, you lot. You are descending down into the depths. Let me just find some intel because it's an entire section of new creepy horrors. What order are you guys heading down? Who's taking point?
I'll take point. I have light dial with a shield raised, and hopefully
Probably follow
someone behind me.
after
I
Asbeth.
will follow down behind Asbeth.
Oh, never mind. And I guess I'm behind Zelixon instead.
Can you see in the dark?
First.
No, but if Asbeth's going first, I'm assuming she's using light.
Oh.
Because Asbeth can't see in the dark anyway. So I have low light vision, meaning if there's
All
light,
right,
I can
you
see.
can go or whatever.
Right, Asbeth. Let me give you a quick description of the room before the others arrive. Long racks of freestanding wooden shelves, all covered with glass bottles, jars, and western wall, angular stone. Inside the jars float embalmed monstrosities ranging from preserved humanoid body parts and whole fetuses to more bizarre curios. Other than the wooden staircase west which you have climbed down, the only exit is a wooden door to
Watch your step. There's something. There's many very odd things here. I suspect they might have been harvesting the corpses. Could I ask whoever's right behind me to keep an eye out for any traps? I'm not the best at those from experience.
Is it you or is it me? Lyra.
or Alex. Who's up next?
Zelix, you swapped to being fairly melee based, right?
I've always been fairly melee based anyway.
Either of us works then, because obviously I'm full
I'll
melee.
Rochambeau you for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What do you got?
Scissors.
All right, I have a rock, so I'm going first.
I'm not sure this is a particularly fair way of doing it, seeing as you can literally just say.
That's a new way to play. I haven't encountered that before.
Wow.
Oh no.
I'm not sure that was a particularly balanced way of.
Well, I absolutely had a rock.
Please nerf.
So.
Please nerf.
Oh my god. Okay. Perception blind check
Yeah. What? Give me
for
that.
traps. Just
Gimme. Ooh, you notice something.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
As you are in the room, starting to make movements, you recognize that the disgusting, disjointed fetuses within the jars are watching you. Their gazes following you with interest.
I'm going to murder this man. I'm going to kill him. Y'all are going to have to take me in after this.
Can I like extra ready my
resisted
shield? Get me
violently.
double the bonus from it?
Are you using a tower shield and the get cover action?
Unfortunately, I don't, and I can't. No.
Is this the part where all of those creatures from inside the jar start
So-
singing the Disney villain song?
Can I...
No.
All right. So I would be looking at these jars for eye color. Do I roll a perception?
They're going to have a mixture of eye colours. Browns, greens, blues. You know, they're
Is there
tiny.
one
None of them are
with
bigger than
green
rats.
and red?
No, there would be none with green and red.
Okay.
Although that would be a pretty messed up way for me to include your character's backstory
Oh,
in the campaign.
God.
That would be so effed up. But I was looking.
He has taken both your child and Rivalor's lover.
He is gonna die.
This time,
Oh my
it's personal.
He's fucked. Nothing actually, it's totally personnel, kid.
Yeah, everything is personnel right now.
Everything is personnel.
Which reminds me, I need to add in a certain corpse.
Is there a table or anything close to us?
There's a table at the top of the room and a few others around.
Okay. So, Asbit.
Yes.
The jars have eyes, and they're watching us.
So they do, and so they are.
If we flip a table, would that be cover enough to protect us while we
From the
get
jars?
rid of
Sure, why not?
There's quite a few of them, frankly. If you look around, we seem to be basically surrounded. Cover against
Rivalor pipes
any
up
of
from the
them
back. What was that about being surrounded?
We have jars of undead babies down here.
Let's flip this
Eat
table and prop it up against
cholesterol.
a closer one, at least. That might block at least something.
So you're heading
How about
towards
you?
the table.
Wait. Don't move. I grab Asbit. If you were to move here, can you see this?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And we were to flip a table in front of us and have the others join us, do you think we could deal with them a little bit
There's
more
not
easily?
a great amount of room. It may be best if I simply stay here and the others file in behind us. Or behind me. You might want to also take point.
I don't want to do this.
Do the jars that these things have are in? Do they have lids, or are they just
They
open
do
at
not
the top?
have lids. They are open
Ah,
at the
shit.
top.
I'll stay here.
Hold
and
on.
Keep it ready and
My necklace.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to put that on,
Mm-hmm.
could I potentially find lids for these jars?
I mean, I can't give you an answer to that until
No,
you try
okay.
it.
All right. So, Asbet, I'm gonna use this necklace and see if I can put a lid on the jar.
I'll just stand here.
Is there lids around to be placed?
You'd not immediately spot them, so you're using your magical item just.
I am gonna. Yeah.
Okay, so you have 10 minutes of being undetected by undead. Having a look around the room, you rolled pretty well on perception before. You'd be able to find various lids and the like that you could possibly fit onto the top of these jars. That wouldn't be the hardest thing for you to do. But once you acquire a lid and you're getting close to one of the jars to actually put the top onto it, you immediately get this wave of acrid stench that burns your nose and starts to permeate down your throat and incredibly sicken just as the odor is coming off of these creatures. Forgot to keep the spoopy background music. But it annoys me that I turn it back on every. Engage. Right.
Oh.
Could you make me one of your best fortitude?
Does it need to be blind?
No, it does not need to be. The smell is horrendous, and it feels like it's, practically scratching at your throat as you get closer, but you eventually pop the lid on this creature, and I assume you go around the room, sealing them all in their little glass containers as they immediately look up and look around, surprised an incredible amount as trapped within the jars by nothing. They don't detect your presence at all.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will pull the
Well
next
done.
person down into the scene, which I believe was Lyra Taldeth.
And then I give the go ahead to everybody. I put the lids on the jars, so hopefully that will be enough to contain them.
Yeah, you guys are doing really well at avoiding encounters today. I'm really impressed.
It's Alex with the big brain move.
Yeah, let me pull Arena, I believe, was next. Lady Mistwalker herself. And I'll pop Gungadin and Riv. Just so we... The fine community of the
That's me.
Agents of Edgewatch.
And I'd
Ba-ba.
like to just, while we're here, look around and see if there's anything useful.
Looking around the
I
room,
could probably do that with That's Odd, if you'd like.
there are far too many odd things in this room for one to exactly stand out. Generally, as you're looking around the room, there is a lot of bizarre things. Embalmed human body parts, or humanoid body parts. There's chunks of half-orc and a dwarf. All just preserved and messed around with. The entire place looks like a grotesque resemblance of a surgeon in its attempt to explore the macabre and horrors that the world has.
I hate this man. Nothing useful though, right?
Nothing, unless you want to grab one of the arms, hit them with. Nothing of use.
No, we're going to use his own arms for that.
So I'm gonna rip his arm off and beat him with it.
Okay. There is, of course, the door to the south.
Let's go. Let's move towards it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it locked?
It is.
I'd like to listen at it first.
Okay, make me a blind perception roll. That is, let me just double check the number. That you don't hear anything on the other side of the room, but in the distance, you hear a scream. You're unsure if it's a man or a woman. It's just a wrenched scream that barely echoes through the the walls.
Does it sound like a scream? Okay, so a scream of pain, it sounds like.
Yes, no one's getting their rocks on down here.
So I look for the key, see if I have the key on me, and try and unlock it.
There is no lock upon the door.
Okay.
Yeah, just oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
Looking into this room, 6 flayed humanoid skins hang like stone wall of a long hallway. Some edges tacked out taut to display their gruesome features, others hanging in. Some appear old and leathery, while others fresh enough to still stink, the blood having dripped down the stone in long grated. The exits are through a door to the northwest corner that you'll come to. A set of double doors, northern wall to the.
Would I recognize these things as being moving or anything, or do they just look like flayed dead skin hanging from the ceiling?
Give me a perception. Looking.
I'll try detecting magic. That's a neat trick.
There's magic everywhere. It's on necromantic.
As you're looking at them, moving around slightly, and as you get a decent look, you recognize that they look familiar to you. And it comes to your attention that one of them's a halfling boy. At one point tried to rummage through your pockets, and one of the elven woman who's familiar, who lost. They riff.
Oh no.
The breeze.
These look... They seem to be moving on their own to a degree. I think they might be undead. We should be ready to simply charge in and...
Their
As
skins,
distasteful
though?
as it... we have these things in the jars here to begin with.
How
Yeah,
much
but
time is left on
Will a
Zalex's?
skin...
Yeah, she would have probably about 7 minutes left.
So you
So
can
I
go in
step
and be
in.
undetected.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like they could potentially get up and hurt us?
Well, there's the 4 of them that you recognize, and then there's more of them sort of congealed along the walls or being hung as banners. The 4 tokens present are far less than the 20 or 30 so that are strung around the room, some of them with scars on them that are horrific in manner. Let me just give you guys some art to just have a quick
Oh,
look
gracious.
at
Oh,
and
no.
enjoy the visual of as you are encountering these things. They're not moving currently, plastered to the wall. Sometimes a little oddly and more than you'd should be.
The wind indoors. In the basement.
Do they smell like they were tanned?
They smell very fresh. And I could just briefly cast your memory back to 3 sessions ago when you were talking with Miss Ratchet at the Tipsy Tango, and you noticed
They were all there, yep. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so I keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna open this door if I can.
Yeah, you open the door to what is essentially a massive open area. There is a large circular well, 15 feet wide, dominating the western of this large stone chamber. Directly above the well, a matching circular hole. The ceiling extends up into darkness. Its sides mirror smooth. Doors exit the room to the south and northwest, and a corridor leading east bears 2 more doors. A metal basket of a 10-foot long handle is propped up in the room's northwestern corner, and if you are to look down into, well, you would see shards of oak ridge. Dozens of picked clean.
Oh God, why? You said there's a metal bin or basket.
Yes. There is a metal basket of a 10-foot long handle propped up in the room's northwestern. Ooh. Hither.
So I'm gonna check in the basket.
Yes, so the basket doesn't anything currently. It's very clean around the actual basket itself, and given the fact that the ochre jelly is roughly 10 feet down in the well, rod for the basket is roughly 10 foot long. It could be fishing out valuable undigested items or things of,
Okay.
or if whatever psychopaths do once they've had a corpse. What are the rest of you up to whilst good old Zalix is having a wander around a few more rooms?
I feel like we're gonna have to fight the undead specters in the next room. So
I'm gonna take a deep breath and open this door.
oh,
Alright, you can open the door, and within that door is a heavy, industrial looking forge with a basin for smelting stone room. The equipment looks old and half ruined, with a severely cracked chimney extending up along the back wall. Having a look around the actual industrial equipment, it looks half functional still. There's a charcoal, wood, chunks like that. Having a look around the area, you'd find a locket, which looks rather pretty. A large signet ring that bears the image of, well, it's a rust monster with a top hat upon it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And you also identify what seems to be clusters of bones and grime within altar waiting to be cooked and
So I take the locket and the ring and put them in my pouch.
Okay, I'm sure you can make a quick note of those in your inventory. The rest of you, what is the plan currently? Zalix has been gone for a while and hasn't returned to you.
I think the
We need
plan
to
is
push.
to hold out until she returns, just for
we
one
need
more
to push
person
through. That
Then I'd say
unless
then
we just want to wait here forever.
How many minutes has it been?
It's probably been about 2 minutes of you rummaging around. I'd say you've probably got 4 or so left.
Okay.
Then I think we'd still give it another 2 minutes, maybe 3, until we go charge out on hoping that Zalix does return, and then we can, with one more person, deal with these things. Each person makes a difference, I think.
All right.
Okay.
It's also better than starting the fight here with Zalix out of place.
I'm gonna open this
Continue
door.
rummaging around. Yep, so this door has a lock upon it that I should have put on there.
Oh, okay. Do I have a key for it?
You do not have a key.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the others. There, I think I found Knight's Ring. It's got a rust monster on it with a top hat. There's a locked door. I don't want to open it without you guys.
Perhaps you could get onto the other side of this room and, if you have some time left, flank the beasts as we come in, since those are most likely undead creatures.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go flank the first one that's right here inside the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we should charge in.
All right.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta get, Gunga in.
Did they do anything while you walked through?
They do
have
not
a
react
magic-
to her presence.
Okay.
I have a magic
Before
necklace on.
you grab Gungadin, just quickly note, the magic necklace won't affect Gungadin.
Well, I
shouldn't, at
I
least.
can't move her if I can't see her. So, just a heads up, Kiki. I'm gonna flank this thing, and then I might have to move back just to get her in the room. if I move.
You can command your animal purely vocally, so as long as it can hear you, you'd be able to yell at it to do stuff.
Right, but I'm saying that I can't move the token without seeing it.
Oh right,
So
yeah,
it
I
has to
can
be
move the
eye
token
shot
for you
confirm.
if you need to. Also,
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
need to not all be on the same square. There's 3 of you on one square.
Oh yeah, that was because we were out of combat. I figured
Okay.
we'd probably be able to squeeze up together, seeing as it's like 5 foot while we looked through the door.
We are
Scooby-Doo
about
style.
to go into combat, so we might
Yeah.
need to divide you up. So, what is your plan for initiating?
I'm gonna draw my sword,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna yell to Asbet that I'm ready. And to draw their weapons, maybe before they come in the room.
That
So
would make sense.
how are we doing things with surprise rounds or surprise actions and stuff like that? Could we get like a surprise charge in here, or should we all just roll for initiative, delay until we're all on one spot, and then take all of our actions before the enemies can make theirs?
The surprise rounds aren't technically a thing in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which is probably my least favourite adjustment, because it really removes that element of thinking tactfully before a fight starts. So I am generally more than happy to do surprise rounds as everyone rolls their initiative, at which point we had an active encounter on. Once initiative has been rolled, everyone gets 2 actions for their surprise attacks. So it's 4 seconds of being speedy and doing stuff, and then we slip into standard initiative order. I think that's the most fair mid-round for it. If you guys agree.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
It's fine.
Excellent. So, we will start combat for round 1, but there won't be any official
Initiative.
but Asbet would essentially be going first unless you guys want to do a different order for your surprise round. And you only get 2 actions.
For a surprise round.
Yeah. So it's enough to run in and hit someone, but not enough to fully wail on something.
Okay, so all of us get 2 actions, or is that... Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, Asbet can go first.
Arena actually got a 24 and would be higher.
Yes. Ooh, let me pop her on then. Not reroll. Click the wrong button there in my haste. 24. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Lomo, charge!
Oh no.
Oh no, Lomo.
You can also just cast with 2 actions from where you are.
All right. Well, we're gonna go with Ray of Frost.
Okay, give me an attack roll then, my friend.
It's weird. It didn't look like.
Oh, right, so
if you click it,
once
it only
it's
brings up the thing.
23.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
No,
jump up,
that's all
sorry.
good. So 23 is sufficient as your blast of frozen energy arcs through the air and slams into this thin. Give me a damage roll. Ooh, hot damn, girl! You
I'm on fire! Or ice.
do pretty good damage to this thing as it has a. Wow, once you've frozen a chunk of it, it shatters slightly and a waft of skin just
Ew.
flutters to the ground into the Asbet.
First action, I would have shield and mace, not longsword, everything at the ready beforehand, and would have for quite some time now. Actually, I would have had those coming down the stairs. So first action, simply move in, flanking with Zalix, and then second, simply strike the closer target. If I can find where my strike is. Strike!
That is a hit. For 5 damage. 5. Double check resistance. It is not resistant this damage to your best perception. Lyra, it's your move.
I raise my hand, which is like wrapped in lightning, and the sparks run down my arm through my 2 pointed fingers and shoot out at this one, and then bouncing to this one.
Okay, go for it. Double check. It's immunity. Oh, I need to make some reflex saves, do I? Let's throw those out there. So for the first one and for the second. So, get me some damage up, friend. 7 on the first as your thunderous electricity slams into it, causing a large scorch mark to appear upon the flesh before it arcs through, impacting into the other, seemingly less effective as it has had to arc through one opponent already. Rivlor, the opponent seems weak and near to being put into the actual dirt.
Okay, so I've got my short bow drawn. I am going to move here to get a better look. I am going to. Well, I may as well murk the one here. Well, unless. I'm just gonna shoot the this guy right here.
Go for it. Give me a roll, or are you devising a stratagem first? What's the sit rep?
Can I devise a stratagem?
You are more than welcome to devise a stratagem, my friend.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. Devise stratagem. 16.
A 16.
Okay.
So a 16 is just below where you need it to be as your arrow flies out, moves just through some of the patches and gaps in the skin, thudding into the rock wall behind it. Zalix.
Nice.
Alright, does this one's dead? Or it's near
It
death?
is quite well. They're all dead.
Quote
Yeah,
unquote.
okay.
But these ones are less dead.
All right,
Shall we say death adjacent?
I'm gonna move.
You don't want to kill that thing?
Here.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna command.
You do only get 2 actions.
I'm gonna command Gungadin to move here.
Mhm.
Can you see my little dot?
Yep.
Oh, that's too far. Never mind.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine. Wherever she can get to on this.
Yep.
All right, and that's my turn.
Fantastic. So we head into normal initiative. Arena, you are up first for the starting of combat. Your group have ambushed these creatures and done a fair amount of damage, leaving one near death and surrounding the other. The remainder of them let out gasping sounds before starting to float towards you, ready to kill that which has entered their domain. Arena, how do you respond to the foul?
I'm going to finish off the first baddie.
I would like to see it. Hit me with an attack roll. Ooh, unfortunately, that wouldn't be enough to impact into the creature as your spell would. Just very close, but given the fact that these creatures have suddenly become a lot more active and moving around you, just missed your trajectory as it dodges out of the way and looks towards you with a hateful gaze full of intent. You do have 1 action remaining, though.
All right, I will attempt to magic missile it.
Ah. Okay, so roll damage for me. 3 damage. Leaving it significantly closer to death than it was before. I think the thing has very little hit points left at the moment. Asbet. The creature has dodged 1 spell only to fall foul of Arena's second arc of powerful. How are you going?
I shall. One's almost dead.
Kill it!
The thing is, I have 1 more option to use a spell. Do I assume these are undead and 3 action heal from here, or do we?
I think it's safe to assume they're undead, seeing as the magic
Since they're
item works
dead.
on it.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's also the very last spell I have.
If it's the last spell you have, I'd say save it, because we have far more rooms to go, and we still haven't even encountered Pratchett. And this is quite a lot of powerful creatures to have at his disposal for just a normal halfling.
Yeah. I'm just going to strike at the one that's next to me.
That's
I
a
assume
hit.
that hits.
You assume correct. For 3 damage.
My god, this enfeebled condition. Why?
It's gross.
If it helps at all, my friend, it had 3 hit points left.
Good.
That does help.
Good.
That helps a fair bit. Then I have 2 more actions. I'm going to raise my shield. And the question is, where do I position myself? Oh, they have different initiatives, right?
No, they
Flanking
should,
for
all should
zealots,
just have the same, but...
Why don't you go for the one behind me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna charge in here and hopefully attract hold their attention.
Excellent. So, One of them falls to the ground lifelessly. The one next to Zalix, seemingly completely ignoring her, goes immediately after the spider next to her, falling down and trying to wrap those distorted, wide open mouth, lipless as it around the spider and bite into it. Will a 14 hit?
No, it will not.
Oh. Very unfortunate. It will then attempt to claw at it, trying to get her. It will then attempt to...
So it's not.
What's going on?
It looked at the spider and decided that was a bad idea.
I have rolled, shall we say, less than optimally. I have rolled in that round a 3, a 6, a 2.
Yeah, it happens.
Right then.
The next foul creature next to Asbet, or flies to Asbet, sorry, immediately attempting to bite into her face. Ooh, well that's much better. 29 hit.
The question is, does that crit me? Which it does.
Ooh.
Wait, no. Does it? No, it does not crit me. My AC is currently 20 because of the raised shield.
Oh, that's pretty good. Excellent. So it does not crit you, but it does regular damage, a whole 7, as it sinks this strange amalgamation of flesh into you, far sharper than you'd really expect it has any right to be, before trying to properly claw into you and get a grip upon you. At 18, is that a hit?
Nope. And the first attack, I shield block to reduce to just 2 damage.
Hell is happening? That's not how these fights normally go. I should be dead by now. The final one.
Can you show the 7 damage? If I can apply that more easily with the shield. I think
I click on to show
there's a thing
that?
there.
Oh, reveal to everyone.
If
There
you
we go.
right-click it, you should be able to. Yep. Thank you kindly.
Ignore the fact that it says the damage roll. The last one will go for a attack. A 24 will hit as it goes to properly slash into your body for 7 damage. At which point it will grab a hold of you almost automatically. And then following that
Wait,
up,
does it? That's its third attack. Does it have a fourth action to hold? Wait, how many turn actions does this have? Didn't it take one action to move up in the first place?
It's the next one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's okay.
Yes, it's just you didn't move over to the other one in the turn order. That's why I was
yeah, sorry. There's
disturbed.
There's too many of them. They're all hungry for you. Right.
Hungry skinzos.
As it slashes
And they all
into
roll the
you,
same thing.
Yeah, they do all roll very similarly, unfortunately, as they are all. Danger. It has grabbed a hold of you with its slash and immediately starts trying to pin you as its weird fleshy body starts to enshroud and wrap around you. I'm gonna make
I
a
knew that
quick
was coming.
athletics check. That would be sufficient as you become restrained and well, see what happens of that situation as Redskin starts to completely wrap around your body. Lyra, it's your move.
Okay. I gather the lightning around my fist and kick forward with a blast of it, moving 5, 10. To here. And then, using the momentum, send my fist flying into this one.
That is what I would like to call a crit.
Ooh.
I know. Ooh, Lord Jesus, 14 damage?
Oh my god.
Is that already critified? Yep, so I'll take that away.
And then
Bam! What's up next?
that is the lightning that was infused.
You love to see it. So I need to make a reflex saving throw. That will be half damage.
That is normal damage because I crit my strike. So 5 points of electricity damage.
Excellent. Okay, some weird maths going on, but I'll allow it. Doubled, half,
Math.
multiplied. Right. So, oh, my knee went.
Wait,
wrong.
doubled half what?
If it's, but it makes it saving throws, so it takes half
No,
damage,
so-
and then it's still doubled because you crit.
No, so when I crit, it increases the effect level, the success level of my spell by 1 step. So it just increases from a failure to a success. Sorry, a success to a failure. And if it had failed, it would have been a crit fail.
That's kind of OP in GL.
Except for the fact that in rules as written, if I miss the strike, I just waste the spell.
Yes, which
So
is
it's good. It's good for cantrips, but for actual spells, not so much. So if when I next long rest, I'm just going to swap to buff spells.
We did alter that around for you, didn't we? Session.
Except for cantrips.
Except
because
for cantrips,
otherwise,
because cantrips, you just.
But
lose
what
them.
I'm probably going to do is just swap all my spells, my spell slots, to buff spells rather than attack spells, because that seems like a more effective use of it.
Yeah, Revelor, it's your move. Your
Me.
friend has punched the creature. Meanwhile,
If
your other friend
I
has been
move
blocked.
here,
Uh-huh.
can I get the thing off of Asbit? Like, what would that be? And could I devise a stratagem for it?
Probably athletics, right?
You can devise a stratagem. It doesn't list anything under getting it off of someone else, just the creature trying to get itself free. But I would allow you to make a athletics check against the same D. You can devise a stratagem.
Okay. That's
a 19.
19. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
Yeah, you're using your 19 as you notice part of its constricting, enshrouding motif is slightly looser, and you stick a finger in and pull it at just the right angle to have it suddenly start peeling off of the lovely Asbet, and you free her from its grasp as she looks like she may not have realized what has happened the past few seconds. Potentially. Oh. I would say she is still grabbed, but she is not enshrouded. And you would have one action. No, that would be all 3 of your actions. Move, devise, and then Zalex.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna swing on the one here.
Yep. Yeah, we roll a boo for that.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha!
That is what is called a crit. As you slash across this foul little monstrous creature rotting.
Get bonked.
And bonked he indeed is. as you cut it clean in half, and both parts of this former halfling's body fall slowly to the ground before just resting there. His blade face up at you with a gasping look of terror upon it for old.
I hate Pratchett so much right now. I hate him so much.
You have 2 actions remaining.
Okay, so I'm going to move.
Into a flanking position.
And I'm gonna try and get the thing. Can I get it further off of Asbit so that she is no longer grabbed?
Yes, you suspect it wouldn't do too much, but you can go for a counter grab or a degrab.
Okay. It wouldn't do too much as far as
these things are kind of built to grab people, so you suspect it's not going to have too much trouble reasserting its grip.
if I cut it, will it hurt Asbit?
No, it won't do any damage. It's to the side of her, holding on to her right now. It's no longer wrapped around her body completely, as Rivalor went forth and was a hero.
Okay, I'm gonna strike at it with my sword, so that's a negative.
That is still sufficient to hit, though.
Yeah.
You are gonna get a decent chunk chipped out of the wee beastie. Oh, my goodness.
Damage!
You guys are doing pretty well, actually. Arena, it's the second round of official combat. Can you even see?
Nope, I'm gonna have to spend my turns moving.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. I tried to mute
Bless you.
myself quickly. But there was like 3 things to mute, so oops.
No, I can't see, so I'm gonna spend all my turns moving.
Just get in the room.
Go
You
me.
should be okay.
Nah, I still can't see it. Alright, I'm done.
Well-
Yeah, you would still have 2 actions left.
I thought you could only move 5 feet for one turn.
You can
No.
move 25 feet, and each square is
Oh,
5
wow.
feet. So you can move 5
Yeah.
squares.
Oh, I'm good then.
Yeah, that would constitute one of your actions. So you could cast a
Alright.
spell with your remaining 2, or do the can. The world is your oyster, my friend. I think the
Oh,
group would be
well,
less
I think-
appreciative if you can, though.
Damn it, I really wanted can. Alright, I'm going to attack the one that's near Asbet. With Ray of Frost.
Give me a damage roll. Oh, sorry, an attack roll. My bad, although we can use that damage roll if you are successful. That is actually a hit, though. 10 damage. That was for the one on Asbet. It's looking
Correct.
pretty beat up at this point. Asbet, it's grabbed a hold of you. Your allies have come to the rescue. You felt the moment it enshrouded you, it was starting. You can control your body. Your plan now.
If I'm in full, if I am fully of my own mind and not influenced, I'm just going to try and smash this thing as hard as I can. So first, weapon surge. Second action, strike it with the mace. I'm assuming that
Hell
hits or crits.
I will allow you to just roll your damage and enjoy that you get to roll so many of them, Captain Fred.
Yeah. Well, they only get doubled. I don't roll twice as many, but So I only rolled 2d6s. But
it's no fun.
nonetheless.
I like just rolling shit tons of dice when you crit. Right. Ooh,
Yeah, maybe
let
I should
me-
have.
It is exceptionally close to death at the
shit.
moment.
Shield of blocker. I'm gonna try and follow up and hope that I maybe hit. Well, okay, never
Oh.
mind.
Oh, you bonked yourself in the face with a mace.
Oh.
I'll hero point that one actually, as I have two of them from the start. So, I'll
Hell
try
yeah,
that one
recap.
again.
You are the recap champion.
A
Box hero.
17 just doesn't hit, does it? Or is it flat-footed while
It
grabbing?
is flat-footed whilst grabbing you. That hits. Hot
More
damn!
damage, please, please, please. Yes. Ah.
The
Get bonked.
formerly quite beautiful elven woman you'd helped out
Ah,
falls to the ground, crumpling up. No more.
I'm gonna beat this guy's face in.
The remaining shred skin, what was formerly a dwarf, goes to attack Rivelaw, biting at him with a gusto and hatred that, oh my good, what's your armor class?
17.
It's flat-footed though, right?
It is flat-footed. Rivelaw, could you take for me 22 damage? Is it
Holy shit.
gets a... Well,
I guess.
It's strange, sharp flesh piercing into your body and ripping a chunk of muscle loose as it lets out a gurgled, cackling, dwarven sounding. Then going
That's actually a pretty good impression.
slash at you once. Oh. Oh.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
Jesus.
But for 10 damage.
I'm down. Wait, so what is... I had 5 left.
You will be on dying 1.
It was a critical hit, dying 2.
Dying 2, my bad. And as its last action, it will start to wrap itself around Revelor's dying. Gain control over Lyra. Your move. Also, Revelor, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do a big bully.
Does it count as being on Riverlaw's space?
Yeah, 'cause it's...
He's technically yes. He's wrapped around Revelor.
Okay, so I can move here, right?
Yes, you would be able to move there.
Okay.
It would then technically, as you are flanking Revelor, be flanked itself. Sorry, I accidentally poked this.
Okay.
As Rivellor cannot attack it, he wouldn't threaten, but as Arena is next to it, Arena threatens with her fist
Yes.
immediately, so yes.
Yeah. No, I was
Just
I knew it would flank. I just wanted to make sure I could actually stand here because that's where it was previously. And obviously, grabbing doesn't
It is
normally
a tiny
move.
creature.
Okay, I'm going to gather lightning around my my right foot
Ooh.
and sprint forward to here,
Mhm.
launching into a front flip and sending the kick straight down into an axe against the. Give me a minute. Let me actually just. There we go. Targeted it.
Hatchet stomp.
22 to hit.
That hits Rivalor and the creature.
Ow.
Could you roll damage for me?
Great.
The creature takes half damage. Rivalor, you're... Ooh, accidentally had it get crit. Bad. Half damage. Rivalor, could you increase your dying
Wait, this
by
attacks
one?
Rivalor as well?
It's wrapped around Rivalor.
Yeah.
I thought it would, like, block the blow then.
No, it's just a thin piece of flesh.
It's a skin.
Can I redo that turn then? Because I was not aware of that fact.
If you would like to redo your turn, I will allow it so that you do not nearly kill.
Please don't kill me.
Yeah, I was not aware that was how that worked.
Yes.
I figured I'd be able to attack it without attacking Rivalor.
No,
I think the only
unfortunately
reason
not.
I was able, the other one was able to be attacked was because I pulled the other one off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
This
I'm going to
one's,
do
like,
instead.
completely
I'm going to
eliminated.
use an action to the move here and attempt to pull it off you.
Okay. Give me
Appreciate
an
it.
athletics. That is dead on where you need your D. Start pulling this creature off of Rivalor's body, yanking the flesh away and getting it loose as Rivalor continues to lie on the ground in a sorry state. I believe you have one action remaining.
So is it free now? On its own? Okay, so now I strike it.
That will hit. For 5 damage. Is, oddly enough, a little bit more than you would have done otherwise. Zalix. Sorry, I forgot to move the turn order. Zalix, it's your move. Rivalor is down for the count.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Here?
Yep.
And I'm going to take a swing at the creature with my sword.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that would just miss, even though it is fairly flanked at the moment and not in the best situation with the amount of people around it. Your attack would just be dodged by it as it's wafting the way that it is. Also, you guys really do have it surrounded.
I'm gonna use a hero point to reroll.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's what we call a critical hit. In my head, I just pictured this poor skin as like that little white girl on the sofa, and all of you guys just surrounding it. That is pretty good damage, though, as you slash a large chunk of this dwarven skin's flesh off that falls to the ground, collecting in a clump on top of Rivalor's passed out body, and you do have, one action remaining?
Okay, and I'm gonna try and cut it again.
Go for it. Unfortunately, that would be a miss.
Alright.
Arena, you all have this shred skin surrounded.
I can't even see it.
It's there. Just know
It's
that it's there.
It's this one here. Let me...
I barely
Oh,
see
God,
it
I
underneath
just-
the tokens.
We're going to be giving cover to it, so it's going to have cover. Oh no.
I don't think it
It
has
hasn't.
cover because the fine Rivalor's laying on the... the ground.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, he's
I
on
didn't
the
think about that.
All right, I am going to use electric arc.
Excellent. Make it so. So I will give you a reflex save. I do count as flat-footed at the moment. That is a failure. Roll damage for me, my friend. 9 arcing electrical damage, sizzling the shred skin as it's on death's door itself, so close to the final end, and it's untimely, or retimely.
Did it die? I can't tell.
It has not died. It's very close.
All right. One more spell, because I have one more action.
Okay. Roll damage for me. Oh shit! You're dead.
Fuck ow!
You're dead.
Bam! You
I squished it.
finish off combat, blasting the last one with a arc of magical energy that unerringly traces it through the air no matter where it goes, slamming through the thin floating skin as it seems to finally just fall and descend to the ground, lifeless. Asbet, you would be up next, with which I assume you would be, saving.
Stabilizing.
Yes. Give me a quick roll just to see how that goes. Oh, you have a spell?
There you go.
Fantastic. Thus concludes combat with one fine Rivalor down on the ground.
Okay, can I give him this potion?
Which potion?
It's the potion I took off of, what's her face?
We should probably attempt to treat his wounds first, if on the very off chance that we do manage to screw it up.
Yeah, you can attempt to treat his wounds. It would take 10 minutes to patch him up.
Oh, wait. No, I'm gonna use the potion.
Good point. He's a woman screaming, now that I think of it.
Sure, give me a heal roll for the potion. Revelor, you are returned with great gusto to the realm of the living on 4 of your best hit points.
Oh, great.
Alright, I wanna go open that door while I think my necklace still has a few minutes on it.
I don't think it has any time left on it, but it
No?
will still have 2 charges.
Oh, okay. When I use the charges, is it useless then?
They refresh at the start of each day.
Oh, okay. Alright. Then I will pause for a minute and try and heal Rivalor if we can.
To you guys to this.
Or do you guys want me to go open the door?
Could I heal myself?
You can.
Okay, let's
are
do
allowed.
that. Healer's tools.
Remember, you have the +1.
I do, yes. So, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Oh,
That
glorious!
is,
Plus
that
1
is a
makes
crit,
28.
So, 48 healing.
Excellent. For the 16.
16 hit points back. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is. That's much better than where I was at. Okay. I think I'm ready to move on.
Let me just advance the clock by 10 minutes whilst you guys were patching up. And I do have a timer in my head for when the fine lady that you heard screaming
No more?
no more.
Rivalor,
Oh,
you're,
God.
you're following a lead on Hendrik, right? Just to
I
be
am.
sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna hunt prey on Hendred while I'm here.
Do you not need to see the target to hunt prey
You
on?
do.
Yeah, no, we
You do.
need
You need to be
Never mind.
see or tracking. But this probably doesn't count as tracking Hendrix tracks either, so.
All right. All of you stay away from the door. Just
Duly
in
noted.
case. I'm going to use my necklace.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and crowbar the door open. Because it was locked.
Let me... Alright, over
Is
there.
that cat laughing,
Yeah,
laughing in the back?
She's laughing at me.
She's not laughing at you, Shadow, don't worry. What are you giggling over there at, you cackling witch? Oh, real. Alright, so... Let me just... It never lists the exact DC to crack these doors open, or even what type of doors they really are, which is frustrating, so I just wing a number. Give me your roll for cracking the door open. Do you gain any bonuses for using the crowbar? I think it just stops you from getting a D. I would say that is insufficient, as it is a fairly sturdy door as you give it your best oomph, and you make some noise, but you don't make a... There is, once again, another sound of a scream coming from the south-easterly direction.
Can I...
I think we should try these doors personally.
Can I kick the door open?
You can kick the door open.
Alright. I'm gonna try.
Okay, let me...
Oh,
Okay.
You kick the door open with a very loud sound. As the door opens, you see into the beyond. A long wooden workbench on the northern wall. The western portion of this room is crowded with books, scrolls, small bottles, and the skull of some ursine predator, and is watched over by a humanoid skeleton upon a wire stand. To the east, two open iron-barred cages collectively contain 3 slumped and decaying humanoid corpses. Shortly after you kick the door open, there is a final yell from the southeast that teeters off into a bloody... and then nothing.
Southeast? Oh, great.
yeah, over here.
Oh. I saw undeads in a cage.
Aren't they just dead, not undead?
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume they're undead because everything in here has been. And is the cage open?
The cages are open.
Can I close them? Is there a lock? Do I have keys?
You do not have the keys for anything down here.
If I close them, will they lock?
No. You can close them, and they do close, but they do not have any locking functionality.
Alright. I'm gonna close the doors, and use my ropes to tie them up. Tie them closed.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. It'll probably take you like half a minute.
So I do that.
What are the others doing whilst Shadow is doing this?
I
The
don't
scream
think there's
came
a whole
from this
lot we can
direction,
do.
didn't it?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd be up at the doors at the very
Shut this
least, I
door,
think.
and then yeah.
There's a very, very slim chance something might still be done, so as soon as the group is ready, I would go to open the door.
Yep. And I would open this one.
Yeah, you can open the doors simultaneously. 'Cause this... A square pit yawns in the stone floor on the eastern side of this room. Its bottom on spikes. On the wall above and behind the pit hangs a large black sculpture of a mask with one star burst. Directly above the pit, the ceiling opens into a dark shaft leading up. A red rug is positioned along the pit's western rim. A large... anyone who has any knowledge of religion can give me a roll.
I will do that.
Likewise.
Anyone with a 15 or higher, that does not include Asbet, with her blind roll, is aware that this is a shrine to the god of thievery, secrets, and assassination, Norberga.
Norgorba.
Norgorba, sorry.
Stop thinking about dinner.
I know, right? Cat's meant to be
Burgers.
making hot dogs tonight, and I keep thinking, food. Right, sorry, Norgorba, not Norberga. And his murderous father, Skinsaw Aspect. You guys can easily recognize the mask as the Ascended's holy symbol, and both sides look obviously quite difficult to climb. The rug next to it is a prayer rug, usually for meditation in front of the holy symbol, whilst is typically people put into the pit to die. Person is worshipping the symbol. Rivalor, for your crit, you would be able to, if you check the book at all, realize that all of this is an act of devotion and fetishization. Skinsaw man who plagued region of Sandpoint some 20 years ago.
Wasn't that when he was whatchamacallit?
So this is what we're
Adventuring?
dealing with.
The Skinsaw man was a ghoul, not Ratchet.
A Norgorberite cult. Wonderful. Or at least a solitary worshipper.
Yeah. If you do take a look into the lectern further,
I'm gonna take a look at... Yeah.
it details a ledger of murders. It's almost a diary. Him keeping a record of all the thrills he's had dating parents.
Are there any bodies currently in here?
No bodies in. Currently, it would be unjust to leave them dirty and inside the holy.
There's a woman that is either dying or just died, so I think we should move on and read the diary later.
Okay.
So I take the book with us.
I'll take the book.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you want me to open this door?
Yes, you may. Opening the door, you see a large metal dissection with an attached basin in the center of a half-flayed human corpse laid out. Large desk in an alcove to the southwest is piled high with bottles, however you pronounce that, and other glassware half full of variously coloured liquids and powders. Next to it stands an incredulous child-sized bed, its comforter pink and embroidered with. To the northern wall, a stove with a small mound of coals burning inside, keeping a large. As you're looking at the corpse, you would realize it is bleeding fresh from a dagger wound stabbed in the stomach.
I can. Do I recognize the corpse, or is it?
Unfortunately, you. Corpse aren't.
No. No.
Son of a Buckeye.
And it is definitely not a corpse, not like on with the dying state or anything, right?
It's no shadows.
These two figures, do they look like ghosts or ghostly, or?
They are a pair of ghostly children. They appear to just be watching the body as slowly. The main thing you would recognize, it matches the description. Indeed. Brother and 10 years old.
Where's Hendred? Where's Pratchett?
He's right.
He's not there.
Well, that's Andrew.
I would be calling this out to the children as but not.
Yeah, calling out to them.
Yeah. My voice can use work.
I think of the best way to come up with this. They don't seem to respond to you at all, just watching the body without moving.
I go to Andrew. Sorry. There we go.
Back him up with shield up.
As you guys advance further into the room, you would see what looks to be a part of the wall open up on the other end. That leads
This
out
is
into
open?
the hanging, yes, banners of
I
flames.
curse in Elvish and go towards it. I'm not letting him get away.
Okay. I assume are all of you rushing to give chase?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you rush along after him. As you get up, you realise a fair few of the doors have been opened that you had left closed. All the way to his office, which has been reclosed, and you suspect he's either somewhere in the building or has ran from the building.
In this chase, I would be using, where's McCullet? Here it is. If this will happen.
Okay, yeah.
Just to give myself a burst of speed.
How long does that last for? 1 round?
Only 1 round per cast. I'd use 1 cast of it initially, which for the full first round, it would just give me a 30-foot extra speed for 1 round effectively. It's not a great amount, but
Yeah.
it's at least something. Maybe.
Given the time from kicking the door down, roping up the cells, heading in, checking the book, and then finding the body, possibly reasonable to suspect that he's got a 2-minute, 3-minute head start.
Wait, 2 minutes? Alex wasn't in that room nearly that.
She
Was
was
he?
roping up the cells to hold them closed. I don't know
for
how long
fuck's
that
sake,
would
right.
take. A minute, maybe?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I forgot that she was I somehow in my memory that she just moved and took a look around and came back out.
No, unfortunately, she wasn't there for a short while.
I'm still moving.
Yeah. So
I
where are you running to give chase to him?
towards the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to the entrance, you fling the doors open.
I
It's
cannot seem to click on the.
floor 1. Where has
Yeah.
floor 1 gone? Can I only have so many
Yeah.
floors?
I think so, but also floor 1 is just not set to
Let me
that we can move to it.
Let me save that and update it. That should have. I could have sworn I did that last session.
There we are. Yeah.
There we are.
Should need the
Two in the
code
attic.
dagger. So assuming he still has that dagger, it's probably leaving a trail of blood.
The dagger was still in the body.
Never mind. That being said, I imagine running through the room we just ran through, covered in blood all over the floor.
There are some bloody footprints, but they would start to fade out going up the 2 flights of stairs.
Can I hunt him if I see the footprints? Can I make a check to see the footprints?
You'd be able to spot the footprints, but they would fade out as you're getting up the flights of stairs. By the time you've gotten to his office, they're mostly gone. You'd be able to trace the odd fleck of blood here or there, so give me a survival roll to try and keep an eye on where you suspect he has gotten to.
You have +2 from Humphrey, by the way.
You start to lose it, definitely once it reaches the red carpet here. You suspect it probably absorbs the last of the blood that was on his shoes, but the fact the front doors are locked gives you a reasonable indication as soon as you get there that he got out and locked the doors.
So I would unlock them.
Yep, Rolso's key would unlock them both.
So is no one in the lobby where we left them?
You guys took them all back to the
Oh,
The precinct, yeah.
precinct last session.
So we look around to see if he's like down the road. We can see him running.
You do not spot him.
I'd assume if he has a 2-minute head start, he's probably long gone.
Unless he locked the doors and went back upstairs.
we're just upstairs though.
And we wouldn't
No,
have
we
heard anything of him moving about or.
We were in his office. So we
Do
were
you-
downstairs.
Alex, do you have a hero point?
No, I don't think so.
Tracking,
I used
tracking
one.
someone's boots on these streets is going to be impossible.
And for reference, for hearing him when he was initially making his escape, he went through and closed the door at E30. Oh, sorry, the door to the flayed hanging room, which I was hoping someone might have noticed, but I don't think anyone spotted it.
I don't think so.
No, because we were trying to get Riverlore up.
Well, we get to the precinct as quickly as. Well, we get to the precinct. We set out a search for the guy. We aren't tracking him down.
What about his
ourselves anymore.
his teleporter thing? Did we ever find where that was?
No, we didn't.
He did
I
teleport.
think-
He was lying.
Yeah, that was a lie. Like, absolutely. Relso was
He
in
was
on
here
it.
the whole time.
If they had magic capable of teleporting in this place, we would be dead. In addition to that, teleportation simply is not nearly that accurate.
All right.
Also, he wouldn't have ran to the door. He would have ran to the teleport circle and just gone. Which, yeah.
That too.
He's on foot. So what streets connect to this? Is there like alleyways? Or is it an open shot?
I hate to say it, but chasing him on foot is not going to work at this point.
Yeah, no.
we need to inform the guard that 100%, without a doubt, Hendred Pratchett is
On the
the
loose and a murderer.
mass murderer, serial killer,
Yep.
worshipper of Father Skinsaw,
All right.
and
Who is
get
quickest?
everyone falling. I have 30 feet move speed. I think
Okay.
others do as well, though.
Yeah.
You need to go back and tell them we're gonna go upstairs and see if maybe he doubled back, or maybe inside and see if he doubled back.
I'll
Just to
I'll
make
go
sure.
with Asbet because I want to talk to Ralso.
I'm not running. I'm staying here. I only have 20. Actually, I only have 20 feet.
Who,
No, 25
who was
feet.
going?
Lyra's going.
Lyra?
Lyra.
I'm going with Lyra then.
Do you have 30 feet as well?
I think I do since I got the elven thing, but
Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have fleet, you'll have 30. Unless you're wearing heavy armor.
He's
30
not.
feet. Yeah, I'm an elf.
Alright,
got the elven.
All right, you two go back, and we're gonna go back. And check.
So it'll probably take those two like 10 minutes to run at their best speed to get back. To cut the look around the place a bit short, you would not find him anywhere in the building, unfortunately.
Okay.
Those that ran back to the precinct.
I immediately go up to the front desk, say, "Where's the orc?"
Okay. Corporal Batista looks at you as you approach. Holding cell. What's the matter?
I ignore her and move to go to the holding cell.
I slam my hands down on a desk immediately as Rivalo goes off. Hendred Pratchett, warrant, hunting parties, now.
Sorry. You're gonna have to be a bit more clear than that, and please don't raise your voice with me, Agent. What's required? In a full sentence.
Hendred Pratchett is a follower of Father Skinsaw and has been murdering people using the Dreaming Palace as his base of operations.
And where is he?
He is somewhere.
Get me a quick description of the man. I'll write it all down, and we'll get some people out. Make sure the gates are blocked out of the city.
He is a halfling. He has...
He's a half elf.
He's not a halfling.
Oh, is he
A
not?
half
He's a half elf.
He's a half elf, isn't he?
Half elf. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The image is deceptive.
Yeah, that's true.
He looks very live and small in that artwork.
He does.
Do you want
Very
some,
halfling-like.
do you want some new artwork of him? Is that better?
That is much easier to. That is a much different vibe from his other artwork.
Yes.
His other art is very halfling.
His other artwork's like, ooh, woo, I am good
Ooh.
business boy.
Hmm.
It's almost like we can't show you him looking like a terrifying public menace from like
Looking
Let's Go.
absolutely crazed.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you could easily make art like that without making him look crazed. That better gives an idea of his appearance,
Yeah.
rather than making him look like a halfling. But yeah, medium length brown hair, half elf, so ears like myself. Wears brown clothes generally, very formal looking.
Right, yep. I'll get the sergeant to wake everyone up and get some manpower out there to have a look at it. And she stands up. You hold the desk, and she heads off round back to start talking with the sergeant. Oh, I gotta delete some people off of this. Get you down there. Where is Riverlaw? You guys are all over on this map, aren't you? Riverlaw, you have approached Ralso's cell.
I go in, and I where is Hendred?
Last I was aware,
Ralph.
He was at the palace. Did he slip away from you?
Oh,
I can't zoom in here. Damn it. Collides with a... Hold on. I cannot open this goddamn door.
Oh, it's locked. Are you unlocking her cell?
Do we have the key
Please
to
don't
unlock
unlock
her
her
cell?
cell.
You guys would have keys to the holding cells, yeah. In case you guys need to, drag someone in and throw them in one.
Okay.
I'll unlock it for you if you want, though. There you go. You can head into her cell. Oh, I need to add 10 minutes onto the timer for you guys sprinting back.
I go into the cell. I try and get into it first. Go. Shut the door. And I go, and I draw my sword cane, and I draw the sword out of it, and I go, once more, where is he going?
She screams for help. At which point, some of the other guards will start heading over to try and get an idea of what's happening. She doesn't respond to you. She holds up her hands in front of herself. She's shaking. She looks clearly quite scared as she's in a cell with a man who's got a weapon on her and she's no weaponry herself. The guard who's, on duty to watch. What are you doing?
Making her talk.
Now, Riverlaw, don't do something you're going to regret.
The guard over. What are you doing at the moment?
What are my options here?
The free world. You're very free to do what you want.
What am I legally allowed to do then?
Not draw weapons on prisoners is a good start to your legality. You can't attack. That would constitute at best battery, at worst torture.
intimidation, maybe?
I will also add Callistria probably isn't going to be too happy with you.
Callistria is all about revenge. She doesn't give a fuck.
Well, no, her anathema is specifically to not become too consumed by revenge.
Yeah.
He hasn't chopped her into tiny pieces yet. Yet.
Very close. He's very close.
If you were to attack her, it would go down.
Okay, so I'm not going to attack her. What can I do? What am I legally allowed to do? What sort of interrogation can I do on her? Just questions?
You can question her, yes. But having your weapon drawn in a cell with her is
We should have just tortured her at the place.
Oh wow.
I told you this was gonna be bad. I did warn you.
What's your plan?
Okay. I would be talking to my fellow guards who are with me currently.
Where are you? You're still at the
We're
hotel?
at the hotel.
Yeah.
We need to go and get horses and head for the docks because the last time she said he was going somewhere, she said he was getting on a boat. And if he's on foot, we might have a chance to catch him.
There's always someone who knows something at the docks.
Let's go. So
Someone
we
at
would
the
hurry.
docks always knows something. It's the rule.
We would hurry back to the precinct.
Hold on.
Try and get horses.
You guys can do that.
That's what we're doing. I'm just letting Kiki know while you have a moment to think.
Where's your sister? I'm talking to Ralso.
What does that have to do with anything?
Where is your sister?
He died years ago, you psychopath. Get out of the cell. The guard will open the cell door behind you. Put your weapon down.
Sheath my sword.
Come on. Don't know what's happened. But
No, you really fucking don't!
take a walk. Not worth losing your job over. You take care of him. He obviously points to Lyra.
I nod solemnly and crack my neck out before putting my hands in the pockets of my jacket and following on behind Rivalor. You know, making sure he doesn't get into trouble.
As you guys are... Well, I mean, I don't know where you're heading exactly at the moment, but where are you headed?
Was that these two or the ones at the Dreaming
to the
Palace?
two at the precinct.
Okay, I thought so. Just making sure. Make sure I hadn't missed something.
Rivalor, I understand that you're probably not the best on your game right now. However, as much as the precinct will be looking for Hendred, now that we have their assistance, I believe the best effort to enact your current anger would be to utilize it for the same purpose.
As you get back to the front bullpit, you see there's a rather large selection of very tired-looking agents heading out the front door to mount up and start taking word across the city to various gates and the like.
I give a loose two-finger salute to Ola.
He nods and smiles. You two should probably take the rest of the night off. I guess it's been a long day for you two.
With respect, Sergeant, I would prefer to join the manhunt.
I'd expect nothing less. I had to make the offer though, didn't I? Go on.
It is appreciated.
I owe a day's speed to the pair of you. Bring him
I
back
give a
alive.
salute.
Assume you guys will be getting horses. Where is everyone headed to in the city at present?
We're headed back to the precinct to get horses. Once we get the horses, we're headed for the docks.
Okay.
I
well,
would say
Right.
Lyra would probably join for the journey to the docks, and I'd assume Rivalor as well. Lyra was originally assigned to the docks, so she's quite aware of probably the places best to get information from that region and such.
Or where all to enter from the precipice into the docks. If well, he's probably already made it, but nonetheless,
He's on foot, so I don't know.
yeah.
But it did take us 20 minutes here now, 20 minutes, half an hour. So
Yeah.
The docks are pretty huge. You are well aware. So well, apparently they're only like 20 feet across, so you might have a bit more luck. You take horses. I assume you head to the docks. There's plenty of other Edgewatch agents heading round to the docks. What's your exact game plan once you get there?
I'd like to try and find one of my previous informants from when I was assigned to the docks, and see if I can find some information through those, previous connections.
I would be headed for the dockmaster. See if we can stop any outgoing ships.
not a chance.
Yeah, he wouldn't
It's a
even
mass
consider.
murder.
A mass murderer from one district.
They get hundreds of ships in and out every day. If they stop trade for a day, hundreds of people will potentially starve to death. That's
Especially
absolute-
given the festival is currently
Okay.
in full swing.
So, I would ask what ships are leaving soon, and try and post up guards with a description of Pratchett's self to be stopped at all costs.
Yeah, he'd have a manifest. There's 20 ships that are still to go out within the next 7 hours. So your early morning leavers, they ship out midnight to 6 a.m. Most of them.
As
Sorry, what?
As Asbet's parents are merchants, could I make a roll to see if I recognize any of these ships as potential smugglers, or it's a very off chance that I probably have to roll really high if you allowed in the first place, but could I attempt such a thing?
I was going to ask for the same check from Lyra, meeting her contacts, so you can both make me a society roll. Or if you have a law background related, whichever is more applicable for you. Asbet, your roll is... you're rolling sailing, specifically Lyra, so that's actually really good. Lyra, Asbet, you both are aware that there are 2 ships heading out that are both smuggling types. One that's very good at getting a ne'er-do-well in and out of the city. The other one is more inclined toward, just drugs, that sort of fare.
I think we'd go for the former and alert the guards
To the latter,
the
yeah.
latter then.
Can we search the one that we're going to that possibly ferries ne'er-do-wells?
Forget search. I think we don't really have time for that. We'll probably just be storming on to, check it, seeing as we have appropriate cause.
Yeah. So there's plenty enough guards for the work that you guys are going to be doing. So you could post guards to each of the ships that are leaving in the next 6 hours. They all have descriptions. There's some that are heading, further along into the puddles, off towards Westgate. There's people that have gone to Eastgate, Petal District. all over the place to, let people know, don't let this person leave. There's not a concentrated effort anywhere aside from the docks where you presently are. As you're, I assume, heading towards this final boat that you want to inspect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd see about 6 or 7 people stood around, chatting, idling, seeming reasonably not bothered about stuff. All of them look muscular, big lads.
I like to cast Detect Magic as I approach the boat.
Let me think. There is... You detect some magic. It's relatively weak magic, though.
Does it happen? Is it illusion or enchantment?
You just detect the presence of magic. You do not detect the type.
I think I do detect the type, don't I?
Not
You need to
yet.
use Read Aura or be a higher level Detect Magicka.
Yeah.
Remember that ring. Maybe he's got one too.
That's possible.
Sorry, what did the ring again do?
It's a...
Made it look like you were wearing general civilian clothes and didn't have any weapons. It didn't change how you looked as a person.
Okay,
But,
I didn't
but
know.
you would be aware there exist things that do allow you to magically camouflage yourself out with just that ring.
Is there any
I would
way
like to... You go.
Is there any way to discern, like if we were to touch or inspect them?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to touch them, you could. It usually helps in It's a seek action to try and disbelieve illusions and things like that. It all comes down to how powerful the person creating the illusion was. But at the moment, it's 7 dock workers stood at a dock. You can start rummaging through all of them if you want.
Can I do that?
I
would.
How
I
would
would be
you
going
be
up to
going
them.
about
How?
it?
What?
I'd be going up to them
but-
and like saying hello and like shaking their hands and just letting
None of
them know.
them are wanting to shake your hands. All of them
Yeah.
look pissed off at the idea a guard is in there.
When Asbed goes to not Asbed, when Zalek goes to approach them, I'll stride up alongside her. We're looking for one man, one person here. We're going in and we're taking out. You can either get in the way or you can get lost.
They can't get
There's a
lost.
bit of
We're
a
gonna have to
reward
hold
in-
them as
They're not
possible
who we're looking for. We
accomplices
don't
to
care
mass
about-
murder.
We don't care about anyone here except that one man. Anyone assisting us might be in for a small reward.
What man?
Hendred Pratchett.
Brown hair, medium
Well
length.
dressed, a cane with a sword, possibly quite likely hidden within it.
Brown
I've
finery.
only approached you a few hours past, at most an hour or two, perhaps.
They all look amongst each other. There's some muttering. Ain't seen nothing, Chief.
Can I sense motive?
You
Yeah.
can sense motive. Feel free to roll your sense motive perception rolls. Ooh. They are blind rolls as well. Ooh. You sense that he may not have not seen nothing. Or for people who don't like at least half a dozen double negatives, he might have seen something.
I reach for a pouch and get out a gold coin, which is probably more than these guys see. At least, well, they see gold coins from time to time, but they probably only earn maybe a silver or two a day. There's more where this came from. Are you truly sure you saw nothing?
They look amongst each other again. I don't know.
I might be able to come up with a piece each if you lead us to this gentleman.
None of them look overly happy about it, but eventually one of the larger one, big beard, just nods towards the boat.
So I
Thank
would
you.
go onto the boat.
He's in a crate.
Same. I start searching all the crates.
I stand
They'd
at the,
indicate which crate it was, so you wouldn't need to search all of them, but...
Okay.
I stand at the jerry plank onto
So I
boat
sit
to
on
make
top
sure
of the
he doesn't
crate.
get off of it.
Okay.
And
Wait,
And
so
I
sorry,
holler.
what's happening? Someone's by the entrance, someone said they were searching crates, and now you're sitting on them, like... Are you opening the crate, or are you sitting on it?
No, I was on the boat first, and I'm going to sit on that crate. And I'm going to say, "You're under arrest, Pratchett."
Okay, what are the rest of you up to at the moment?
Asbid would be approaching the crate with Mason's shield drawn, just ready to strike when if he should get out or make any hostile moves of any sort.
I'm stood at the jerry plank leading from the boat to the harbour on the boat side, lightning crackling off my cisks, ready to deal with him in case he tries to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, sorry, Arena, where are you as well?
I'm near Apoko as well.
Excellent. Rivalor.
What's the layout of the ship? Are there other ramps to the dock?
There is just the one ramp to the dock. The ship is reasonably small. It's kind of the one you'd imagine would be the operation of someone who's a smuggler. It's small, unassuming, looks very normal. There's a lot of crates on it. There's a lot of stuff piled around. No one currently on the main deck. You suspect the dock hands are maybe on a break or something similar. But as you're taking in the lay of the ship itself, a door opens and you see a handsome-looking man in his late 30s step out, and he spots you and his eyebrows raised and goes, "What are you doing on my boat? You can't have guards on here."
Arrest him as an accomplice.
You have no grounds to arrest me.
Harboring a criminal, specifically one that has committed mass murder within the Precipice District.
I don't
Can I
ask
go
any
open the
questions, so
crate?
I can't know anything. You can open the crate, but someone is sat on it.
Yep, I'm sitting on it.
Get off. Let's open it.
Are we prepared?
We're prepared
So
for
I would draw my sword and get ready for a fight,
Same here.
Okay.
and then get down. I'm off the crate.
Who's
way.
opening the crate?
I am.
Make it so. The crate opens. You see Henrid curled inside, looking at you with a bitter hatred in his eyes.
I grab
thank you,
him
Captain.
by the throat
Stowaway
and lift him
or
up.
Sorry,
Someone
I
we
need
know.
one at a time, guys. One
You
at a
go.
time.
Yes, sorry.
I grab him by the throat and lift him up and say, "You are under arrest, Hendred Pratchett, for too many counts of murder."
I'm gonna go with he doesn't struggle, based on the fact a lot of you are armed. And
I slam him to the deck and pull out the manacles and manacle him.
as you slam him to the deck, he just starts laughing and laughing and laughing at you with so much joy as he goes, "I cannot explain neither my desires nor my skills, but the Reaper's mark has been upon my heart for so many years. You finally..."
got a gag.
So then I would.
You have the right to remain silent. I suggest you use it.
He doesn't in any way rush to remain silent as he's cackling and rambling and ranting about his skills and his prowess and his joy bringing death and how he is a true artisan of the skill.
I'm gonna try and knock him out. I'm gonna have Gungadin bite him.
Go for it.
Can Gungadin bite him?
I mean, yes, but that's highly illegal.
To knock him out?
You already have the guy handcuffed. I would say setting a spider on him to bite him and paralyze him might be excessive force. But
Okay. Alright, well,
the captain is looking perturbed by all this and is frowning heavily. Asbet, you were going to say something?
Now seeing that Pratchett is found and caught and identified, I was just going to turn to the captain and
arrest him.
somewhat leadingly ask, so, stowaway or someone you've had contact with?
People show up, they pay the money to get out the city. I don't ask questions, them's the rules. You know how it is.
Arrest him. He's
You're
an
under
accomplice.
arrest as well.
Arrest him.
We gave you the chance, friend.
And I would give the gold that I promised to all of them to the one guy who pointed us to the actual crate.
Do you have
said
any
there was
grounds
7 of
to
them?
arrest me?
For harboring a genocidal bastard. Good enough?
Unknowingly. For all I know, he's dodging his wife who got nothing to stick on me.
Out of character, would these sorts of things be illegal, and would we be able to have reasonable grounds to arrest him and bring him to trial?
Someone leaving the city... it's one where you would have to prove that he knew he was smuggling someone out of the city who was, you know, a mass-murdering genocidal maniac. You would need to be able to prove beyond reason of a doubt that he was aware of that and aiding him and abetting him.
He got paid to smuggle this guy out of the city, though. So is that taking a bribe for smuggling someone out of the city who is potentially dangerous?
Is that
Okay.
a crime?
Considering the
Potentially,
guy
but as he
currently-
says, ask no questions.
Depending on how you look at it, anytime you get on an airplane, you're paying someone to smuggle you out the country for no question.
They're not
Considering
smuggling you,
in this
though.
case, though, that Hendred was in a box and was probably still had blood on his clothes.
Okay, that's a good point, yeah.
Could he have had reasonable reason to believe that this man might have done something illegal,
You'd
despite not asking
suspect
questions?
He would have had reasonable proposition to suspect Henrid might have killed someone, or cut someone, or done something for the blood to have gotten there.
Okay, then I think we can reasonably at least bring the guy in.
Yeah, detain him. We'll just stop his adventure today. And I would definitely pay that one guard this. You said there's 7 of them.
Yeah, there were
gold
7
pieces.
lads. Yeah, you can pay
Just
them
to that
each.
one. Just to that one guard who pointed us to the box. All 7 of the pieces.
Okay. What's your plan now that you have these 2 men in your custody?
I
March
would.
him back to the precinct.
Yeah.
And notify the other guards that are searching around the place that the guy's been found after all, and they can call it off.
Sounds good. I've just had some hot dogs today.
Woohoo!
I know.
I don't.
Very, very PogChamp. Right, so... It'll take you guys probably an hour to get the pair of them marched back to headquarters. Given
I've got my hand basically clawing into Hendred's arm as we're marching back the whole way.
I
can't
would
play
have.
my mace either.
You guys don't want to let him go. Got it. How about we take a quick 5-minute break so people can collect their emotions, as it has gotten a bit of an intense. And then
Sorry.
I will shove a hot dog in my mouth, and then we'll come back.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
how are we all feeling?
Better.
Very
Angry.
relieved.
Angry, better. Alright. You've arrived back at the station. It is midnight by this point. Most of the other guards who've been on horseback to let various gates and the like know, keep an eye out for a half-elven man with brown hair and fancy dress, are returning as you are, and you see behind the counter Sergeant Olo is in a hushed but heated discussion with Corporal Batiste. And I will, oh, pardon me, get most of your tokens popped on, and I'll grab one for the beast. The fiend. Wait, where's my token?
Kill him.
Oh my god, guys, calm down. Oh, I still had him under the absolute people section.
All right. Try him
He's
for
not a
murder
people.
and give him the death penalty. That's the same thing as kill him.
Yes, and slightly less murder hobo-y.
I still would like to kill him slowly, but I guess that's okay.
It says I do not own a token.
You should do now. Let's just pop in them.
Okay.
There's two
I
there.
I appear to have duplicated myself.
Stop cloning yourself.
Oh, sorry. I get my red-haired magic users mixed up.
The pretty
Is that
red
red hair?
magic users.
Oh no! Wait, that was magic users. I thought that was a slight there.
Just digging on one of them.
Just
Right, so you've arrived back. Let me update the clock an hour forward. What are you guys doing on the 27th of Saranith as midnight passes?
I approach the desk and give another loose two-finger salute to the corporal and the sergeant.
The corporal sighs and goes, "Don't salute me." Clearly why I'm up at this ungodly hour.
It was
Corporal.
very clearly like a half-assed, salute for the sake of saluting
Yeah.
because it's kind of my job.
And Rallo just chuckles. Rolo, sorry. Oh fuck, I forgot his name. Olo.
Rolo! She got out!
She got out!
Damn it!
She was the dwarf all along!
We gotta go find
God
some.
damn it.
What are the others doing as you bring in the public menace?
I bring him in. See if I can pass him off to another set of guards, if possible, because I don't really trust myself with him.
I would take him and drag him to the cells.
Yeah, sure. So you can take him and head off with him. Oh, let me make the right one.
Yeah, I need to.
And what are
Yeah.
you up to, Roly-chan?
Aside from coughing,
Yeah. Aside from, the status quo.
yeah. Permission to take that rest now, Sergeant.
Of course, I'll need to talk to you first thing come morning, but trust you know what
I
it's
understand.
about.
I understand.
I would take everything away from him.
Yeah, you can strip him bare. I'll add that to the party's armory section. Posthumous of session. Just so you
Not
guys
even
can
leaving
have
him a hat. I'm taking the hat too.
You can take the hat.
And then I would close and lock the gate and just let the guard on duty know that he's a mass murderer and to watch out.
Max security.
Yep, he immediately just chills on the bed and seems as happy can be.
I would go and
Sorry, Arena? What are you up to at current?
I would like to go get some food and clean myself up afterwards.
10 out of 10, good answer. Asbet, what are you up to?
I have been fatigued for the last 6 hours. I have been enfeebled for the last, or what feels like the last 6 hours. It's probably only been 2 or 3.
Yes.
It is midnight. I would probably be headed for my bed if I don't just outright collapse in the main entrance on like one of these benches.
If you do collapse, you would wake up in your bed and you would have subtle smelling undertones of dwarf carrying you. As the sergeant is a good boy.
He is a
Oh,
good
the
lad.
sergeant is
I'm
the
going
best.
to roll for. Okay, yeah, I would collapse. I think.
Then the others would witness Sergeant Olo go and pick you up and carry you to your bed, as he is the goodest of sergeants, ever sergeant.
True.
Oh my god, you speedrun the hallway.
Oh, whoops. Oh. All right, you can actually drag my token
There you go.
as well. Yeah.
Right.
Which of these
so
bits actually is mine? I'll just take this one.
I don't know which one you guys registered as whose bed. Right, so food, bed for the rest of you. Corporal Batista's like, oh god, so much paperwork to go through. That just leaves Zalix as the only one who is still awake.
I would be turning in all of the evidence that I have, the bits of doll, like the equipment that we got, the armor, the swords, the whole 9 yards,
Yeah.
except what I have on me.
Everything
I
you
would
found
also
there.
warn them that the Dreaming Palace is needs to be disarmed. Like the whole hotel needs to
Yeah,
be disabled.
carefully gone through.
There's also rooms we haven't explored on the basement.
No, we went through the whole basement,
I
didn't
think
we?
we
No,
went through the whole thing.
there was a room we didn't go into.
Alex
No, that
rummaged
was-
the whole
Oh,
thing whilst you guys were waiting for her.
Yep, that's where I
Okay.
went.
Wait, no,
And-
wasn't
To lock
there
the
a door?
undeads. Oh, and we would let them know that there's possibly undead still roaming.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Ash?
North of the room with the trap, like the hole and the Nogobo mask, there was a door we haven't been into.
Yeah, that's to where I went.
that leads back to the very long room that.
Oh, okay.
Secured all
I
the-
didn't know that room went on further than it did. Okay.
Yeah, it was a very long room. That's okay. Don't worry.
And so we would let them know that, and I would be purchasing replacements for my tools, at least.
Yeah.
Just to
You
make
can-
sure.
Secure all that. I think there would probably be someone who is more just handing in and out supplies as required. You'd be lightly informed. You can come back tomorrow to do any purchases and the like. But he'll make a note of everything that you do want, just so they have it there ready for you in the morning.
Okay, and then
Requisitions officer, pretty much.
Yeah.
I would immediately. I would get to work putting in my paperwork, and then I would head off to the Tango.
Yeah, how paperwork for the hotel, like how much are you doing, how in depth are you being, because you would be there for 4, maybe 5 hours to like get everything down.
Well, it's midnight, right?
Yes.
I
Are
think
we
we've been
taking a
up
break
since, like, 8.
in character wise? Like, are we going to get a couple of days off?
I cannot tell you what will happen in your character's future.
All right. I would put everything together for finishing the paperwork in the morning, and then head off to bed, I guess.
Okay. So you'll probably get to bed
Probably like
half midnight,
1.
1-ish, yeah. The group can bunker down for the night, and you can all finally have a long rest, which will give you enough time to, recover hit points, tend to wounds and the like.
So am I still wounded one, or does that go away with a long rest?
I assume you guys can do medicine checks and the like through the night to get rid of. But I think you did a medicine check, which would have gotten rid of the wounded at the time.
You
Hey,
heal
oh,
some
okay.
long rest anyway.
Okay, gotcha. That little dot just confused me, is all. So
That's okay. The long rest, I
So I'm
think
back
you
to
only
27.
gain
Equal to their
Your
constitution
level times
modifier.
con.
level times con.
Level times con. As
Oh, that
for
puts
the
me, that
wounded,
puts me at full health anyway. So.
you lose wounded if you have treat wounds applied or if you rest for 10 minutes with your hit points at full.
And I think Revlord did have his wound treated. So the night
Not
passed.
since that he was stabilized and potioned, but nothing else, I think.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure
was-
there was
he
a
treated wounds
10-minute
on
medicine
himself.
check. Yeah.
I treated
right,
wounds
he
on
did it on
myself. It
himself,
didn't get me
yes.
back to. Sorry.
He got a crit roll
My
and
bad.
healed himself for 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
So that didn't take me. That brought me back to like 20 hit points, and I have 27 for max.
Right. You all rest, you lose fatigue if you have it, drained, or that. It says it goes for 24 hours, but you've suffered enough. You're free. I'm not going to hold you to the full, like, you have to have this until 3 in the afternoon. You're fine, Asbet. So you can wake up. I assume you guys will medic if you need it, or you tell me what you're doing. I don't want to put words in your mouth. That's a bad thing.
I've
I'm
unwrapped my spell book and just there's pages everywhere that I've slid out from it and poems, and I'm just preparing my spells. It's just gonna take me like an hour.
Yeah.
I would take a treat wounds as I'm at 6 hit points, and also I should note, Arena during the daily preparations at the morning, you recover the spell slots that you used. So on your character sheet under the spells, where it says first level and second level, there's those 2 brownish boxes with the numbers of how many you have left of your total. To the right of that, there should be like a circular arrow. If you just click that, it'll return it to full.
Ooh, I didn't see the
If
arrow.
you
Awesome, thank
press, if you click the cast button to the right of a spell that you use, so you click the icon to make it show up in the chat. If you click the cast, it'll simply reduce the number by 1, indicating that you've cast it.
you. Oh, nice. Okay.
Right, so our spellcasters are doing their spellcasterly preparations for the day, and you're receiving medical aid, wasn't it, Asbet? Is that from
Yes.
Rivalor, or who's that with regards?
can be.
Probably from Rivalor.
Okay.
Do we not get our hit points back from our long rest?
You gain your level times your constitution modifier and hit points back. So some people may not have been fully healed.
Oh.
Okay.
Level 3 times con. My con is -1, so would I lose hit
You
points?
gain a minimum of 1 hit points back.
Okay.
Yes.
gotcha.
Or rather,
So-
it's your level times your constitution modifier minimum 1, so it's always at least your level hit points that you
Yeah.
recover.
Oh, always at least a level. Okay, so I'm at 23 then. Okay. Okay. So
That's
I
pretty
will
sure.
heal. But wait, I have a hero point. I'm using the hero point. No.
Jesus.
You
Stop laughing.
Sorry. I just had the mental image in my head of Revlon like climbing out of bed, walking over, just stabbing Asbet, and going medicine. Sorry, I'm always groggy
back to bed.
the first med check of the day.
First med check of the day. Oh god.
Oh, Jesus.
So okay, I used my hero point for this session, and I rolled 21.
Yep. So 2d8 healing.
Oh, 2d8.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Oh, I accidentally paused the game. I must have like tapped the spacebar. Right, yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else need med attention? Aside from me.
I'm fine personally.
Okay. I wonder if I should heal up so I'm not bleeding in front of the sergeant when he disciplines me. Maybe that's a good idea.
You're not currently actually bleeding, if that is.
Yeah.
Your wounds would have clotted.
Well, that's good. Alright. So, I'm gonna go find the sergeant, because I am in need of a chewing out, unfortunately.
Yes. And the other three? That are still in bed?
I mean, technically, we need to report for the day anyway, seeing as we didn't do a full report last night. So, and also to see what our new assignment is, seeing as we have successfully accomplished our previous mission.
Yeah, so Sergeant Ola, upon spotting you, Rivalor, will quietly usher you off to one of the side rooms down in the... All the rooms are taken in this building right now. He sneaks you off back here to the wee library, and he sits you down on a chair, leans against the bookcase, and he crosses his arms across his. Waits for 10 seconds before sighing.
I accept whatever disciplinary measures you deem necessary, Sergeant.
What happened?
It became personal. One of the murder victims, freshly murdered, was more than a friend.
Right. And you should have stayed off the case and alerted me of that last night, shouldn't you?
Yes, I should have.
Right. I just realised the toilets are locked and no one's been able to have a shit for a while. Sorry. How are you feeling? Dumb question,
Not great.
I know, but not great. Good. We at Edgewatch don't currently have a... We weren't need one, given the fact operation is for the limit of the festival, and we weren't expecting a situation like this to arise, but I will put in a request with the lieutenant for one to be arranged. Speaking, help you come to grips with what's happened. Having you shadow Corporal Batista to talk with her for a while will ensure you are all up to date with processes follow. We're angry. Didn't do anything. We'll make sure we do right by you. Good?
It is, Sergeant. I am thankful. I'm grateful.
I'll get someone arranged as soon as I have someone available to talk to you. If you need anyone to talk to until then, I will be available.
I do have one question, Sergeant.
Yes, Agent.
Have I damaged our case with my actions?
Don't believe
The
so.
prosecution, I mean.
I think you'd have to do a bit more than barge into her cell to overturn the situation as it has been painted for me. You're fine, lad. Head back to your team. I want a full written report on everything. I at least close the business. That's what you lot are on today. We can have a few other people go. Check out this hotel. Probably should have had some more experienced people on it from the offset. Lieutenant will probably want to have a chat with you in the next few days once he's had a read of your report. Go update your friends.
Yes, sir.
Pats Rivlor on the elbow. As that's as high, he can't get the shoulder unless Rivlor wants to squat for a shoulder pat.
I click my heels and give a very as crisp a salute as I can, but Rivlor is still a bit. His hand is still shaking a bit.
Yeah, he gives you a firm handshake and then heads back along the hallway to back to his room where he usually assigns out duty. Looks at the others, smiles. Let's see. Azabet's still in bed. She earned it. Zalix is. What are you up to at the moment, my dear?
Alex got up as soon as she woke up and started her day. She got dressed and she went to start the report, and she is being as thorough as she possibly can, filling down names, reading, cross-checking the logbooks with the list of people who went missing, noting all the places that they found and all the traps that they could assess. She just catalogs everything, as well as the undead that they found, and just goes over everything that she can recall. And then she
putting
would
everything down as succinctly and completely as possible.
Right, everything. But she also then would go check on the people who were staying at the hotel and the servants to make sure that they got off okay, that their statements were taken down.
Yeah, most of those got taken down. Most of them are still in the questioning rooms where they've been provided with sleeping bags and the likes, so they can be further accommodation.
Yeah, and then that would be it for her. She wasn't going to be talking to anybody, like, at all.
Okay. Let's see. So Lyra and Arena. Whilst Rivlor was off getting quote-unquote chewed out, what was you two up?
I will have gotten comfy on the chair, flicking through my spell book for the time being while I wait for Olo to come back and let us know the situation.
Yeah. Ola eventually comes back, looks at you both. Arena, sorry, were you doing anything? I mustn't.
Nope, twiddling my thumbs.
He smiles at you both and goes, Rivlor will have your day sit rep. Where's the last one?
I believe she's sleeping.
He chuckles from him and goes, I'll allow it. Don't tell the lieutenant. Sorry, lieutenant, what am I? From some sort of other part of the world? With regards to wrapping up for the day, I assume most of you will be doing paperwork. Asbet would eventually wake up and join the crew, noting everything down, submitting everything to lockers. I think, without too much to jump into for next session, it's probably about as good a time to put a pause on as any, because there's 20 minutes left. And I don't want to jump into the next part of the adventure, especially because you level up! Da 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 da!
I'll quickly ask, was there anything of note we confiscated from Hindred?
Yes, let me get... I will be putting it all in your loot list as per usual. And let me zip along to page 9. Where about him. He had a unique weapon, the Reaper's Lancet Blade. These would be identified by Mother Mary. You guys were unable yourself, so no need for you to worry too much about that. The Reaper's Lancet Blade was loaded with spider venom in it, and obviously with a sheath. The weapon is sword cane, similar to what Rivalor had. He also had a armored coat, which functions more or less as leather armor, but looks like fancy dressman coat. He had 3 healing potions, 3 extra doses of hunting spider venom, book, which didn't have too many
Did he
spells
have
in
any
it.
gold?
He was not carrying any gold on him. The only gold he had was the 10 that you guys found in his desk. That's what I was.
Cool beans.
Also, his class is officially serial.
Wow.
Oh man, that's not a thing.
No, there's for NPCs there's more classes. There's stuff like commoner, noble, and stuff like that. And his is literally just serial killer.
I think there's stuff like aristocrat and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Keep away from any spoons and milk.
All right. So yeah,
Okay.
you're all level 4 now, I believe. Yes.
Yep, that's
Yes.
Hooray! Level 4.
We have arrived more or
And
less
I
at
get-
the conclusion of book 1, and as promised, there will be a 2-parter where you guys will have a session I have designed, and then there will be another one-shot adventure, which will be another session I'm creating. So intermediate missions, and then we will continue on with book 2 of the campaign. Congratulations, everyone, on surviving the first book of the Agents of Edgewatch.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Da-da-da-da-da.
We lived. And only got a little rowdy.
Yeah, it's been how long has it been for this first book? We've been playing for 4 months, 5 months?
Something.
Long.
Not that long. We've had a few breaks in between, so it might be like 2, maybe 3.
I think it's like 3.
It might be 3, yeah.
We've been playing since November, right?
Yeah.
I think we have, yeah. Oh, wow. That is a lot more than I thought.
I think we missed a total of 3 weeks to date, though. Either 1 or 2 during the winter time around New Year's and stuff, I think.
Yeah, just New
And
Year's
then-
and Christmas.
Yeah, and then 2 or 3 weeks ago where it just wasn't working out. I think we also
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
that's effectively almost a month that is gone again.
It's been good.
Does.
As is the thing, I am open to feedback, so you know me with everything you have and or want to give me.
Sure, sure.
Just with regards to how the whole book went, obviously it's been a journey from the first time you guys went to the Tipsy Tango and you met those 4 adventurers, and then to today where you again met those.
Those poor guys.
Yeah,
I
Asbit
hate
would
that man.
certainly, in some downtime, would look to getting them proper burials and stuff if it's not already being dealt with.
Yeah, for the most part, the hotel would be one of those things where people are going to be very slowly going through it with a fine-tooth comb to get as much information as they can, disable all the traps. With your guys' help, obviously they'll work out the guillotine, the pit traps, and things like that, and make sure they're disarmed. The whole building's going to be, crime scene, analysed, spot to bottom. Nothing will get past anyone.
Good.
Good.
With regards to some of the loot you guys got, such as the rings and similar, they returned to family members and the like. So the the Rust Monster ring will be returned to the zoo, and so forth. They're obviously very distressed when they find out there, zookeeper, the owner of the zoo, and the vet. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Have both passed away. Also, I've been thinking of mentioning at some point, but there's been a rule that I've been working, which is a variant rule, which is basically you get 3 archetypes, which would just be an extra thing to like expand what your character can do. And given the fact that the campaign can be really hard, it might help you guys. So if you're up for it, I'm happy to include it. If not, no. But it's basically just means you'd get like an extra couple of feats to make your characters more diverse. So you could take dancing skills, or being a celebrity, or even just going and taking the Edgewatch detective archetype, which exists specifically designed for this adventure path.
Interesting. That's let me take a look at that. Archives of Nethys.
Would we get that retroactively? So
Yes, I
both the
would
second
allow it
level and the fourth?
retroactively for second. And you guys will come into it next session for a homemade adventure. A fair bit tougher.
Oh boy.
But that's for you guys to think on. Get back to me. It is essentially me just saying, do you guys want to be stronger? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, please.
But
Edgewatch
otherwise,
detective.
I think that's everything. I thank you for watching. If you're watching, by the way, YouTube, you are
Yes.
the real pog champs.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons.
Alright, okay.
Slam that notification
That
bell.
was the ski.
Slap that like button like it owes you money.
Alright.
Kiki is wordless.
I'm gonna end it there. Thank you.